welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. I have a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Professional Writing and Master's degrees in Public Administration and Criminal Justice. And welcome to the live stream. It is a dual stream today, both on TikTok and YouTube. Welcome, Nia. How are you doing today? Welcome, Lassie. Welcome, Urban. Welcome, Alicia. Welcome, Tier Leech. Welcome, Mick. I do apologize if I mispronounced your name. So if you're a returning supporter from YouTube, you do know I said I wasn't going to do a stream at 8 a.m. and it's 8:51, so I did not do a stream at 8 a.m. We are still going outside today, but I decided to do this stream, a sit-down stream, maybe an hour, 2 hours long, just in case I'm not able to stream later on this afternoon when I go outside for you guys. So if you guys have a question, comment, concern, feel free to type in the chat. If you are a returning supporter, you know, on weekends, Queen Mother and myself, we normally go to the gym and exercise, but I do think Queen Mother canceled the gym membership, so our exercise is now going to be transitioning over into walking outside, riding our bicycles, and etc. on the weekends. But welcome Mel, welcome Jojo, welcome 21, welcome Ufa. How's everyone doing today? Hey Dream Make Believe. Yes, it's been a while since I've done a stream on TikTok, so yes, it's been a while since I've seen you on stream. How are you doing, Dream Make Believe? Glad you could be on the stream today. Shout out to you for being here. So yeah, we were on a very cool, very fun European adventure. So internet connection wasn't the best in Europe, so I did post some videos on TikTok for you guys, and if you guys would like to get like a very in-depth, thorough description about what we did on the European adventure, go over to my YouTube channel at Unique Lamia and watch those full instructional YouTube videos right over there. Welcome Nun, welcome Linda to the stream, welcome Ormilla, welcome everybody. Hey, welcome everybody. Okay, Dream Make Believe said, I saw the Perry vlog, love the aesthetic. Thank you so much. Yes, I did love the aesthetic of Petty as well, right? And I guess we're channeling the inner Petty. Bonjour, everybody. Glad you guys could be on the stream. Yeah, it was really cool to go to Petty, Paris, France, guys. Saw the Eiffel Tower, went to the Louvre, got some fun, fancy items, which is always exciting to do. Immerse yourself into new experiences. So definitely recommend that if you guys have the opportunity, or if you don't have the opportunity, make it an opportunity to visit Paris and any other European country if you haven't already. It's vastly different from the United States. I think most people, they visit Europe or they think about Europe, but most people, they think about visiting the US of A. You can visit it if you've never been, right? But I would recommend Europe over the USA to visit. But USA is great all the way. Dream said, what was the most impressive and most disappointing thing in Paris? Okay, that's a really great question actually. Okay, the most impressive thing about Paris to me, I don't know, I feel like it was just the architecture, right? And I feel like that's a very cliche answer, but that was my second time going to Paris, France. And the first time I went there, I was like, wow, it's very impressive how they maintain their historical building and their historical architecture. And this time, when I went to Paris in 2026, I went to the Louvre and I went to Napoleon's headquarters. And I was able to see like the designs and the architecture and the artwork that Napoleon was able to imagine, pay for, and ultimately have somebody create it for him. So it really put it into perspective to say, if these people from like, I don't know what era Napoleon existed in, 15th century, 18th century, 17th century, these people from that decade, even going to the Palace of Versailles and seeing that, they were able to imagine this grand architecture and create it into a reality. Us in modern day, with our modern technological advancements and our modern opportunities, should be able to have our vivid imagination and achieve your goals the same way, if not even more, right? And it just shows luxury is different. Luxury is very time specific, right? Because back then that was their luxury and it was much better than what we consider to be luxury today, right? And what was the most disappointing thing in Paris? I feel like the food, like we did go to like a noodle bar and that was like the most delicious food ever, but all throughout Europe, the most disappointing thing was the food. So, like I said, we did find some restaurants that had some good stuff. Hey, Isaac, how are you doing today? Hello, Alicia. Glad you could be here. How's everyone doing? But we did find like some restaurants in each country that was good. But ultimately, don't go to Europe for the food. Go to Europe for the architecture, the history, the fashion, save your money so you guys can buy like a luxury item just to immerse yourself into the experience of it, right? And thank you so much, Dream Make Believe, for liking the live stream. So yeah, those were definitely the most like impressive and most disappointing for me. But yeah, Europe is not for food, guys. Don't go there for food at all. Hey, Cecilia, how are you doing today? Hey, Mal, glad you could be here. Hey, Lil, really appreciate you liking the live stream. Dream Make Believe really means a lot. Hearts to you. Oh no, you fell down, guys. That's sad. Are you okay? So hearts to you guys. Really appreciate your support. But how's everyone doing today? What are your plans? What country tuning in from? I know I have some supporters from Guyana on the stream, some supporters from America, some supporters from Europe, a lot worldwide with the Uniquely Me live stream. Shout out to you, Nun. Thank you so much for liking the live stream. I really appreciate it. Shout out to you, Without God I'm Nothing. That's a really great username, actually. Thank you so much for liking the live stream. Really means a lot. Welcome, Dust, to the live stream. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. So yeah, today's live stream, it's more so going to function as just a chat with me session. So if you guys have a question, comment, concern, want to get to know Uniquely Mia a little better, particularly for TikTok. I don't stream often on TikTok, but I do post a lot of TikTok videos. So this is your opportunity to get to know the person behind the camera, as the saying goes. But if you guys would like to watch a Q&A video where I've answered some of your most asked questions, I think I want to do one again in the future. Last year my mom and I did one, and since then we've acquired a lot of new supporters, so we probably have to do an updated version for y'all, right? So yeah, but if you have a question, comment, concern, feel free to ask it, and definitely consider going to my YouTube channel at Uniquely Mia and checking out some of the videos there. But how are you doing today, Joseph, and everybody on stream? I am dual streaming today on YouTube and TikTok, so yeah, if there's a delay in me responding to any of y'all, that's why I'm not ignoring you guys. What are we saying? Hello, Riri. Glad you could be here. How's everything going? Thank you so much for liking the stream. And Dream said, forgot to say Grand Rising. Oh, yes. I honestly did forget about Grand Rising for a little bit. So, we'll try and bring it back into our vocabulary a little bit more. But Grand Rising to everybody. Glad you guys could be here. Hello, Beyond. Glad you could be here, Beyond the Scrubs. Hey, Riri. How are you doing today? Hey, Alea. Okay, Entertainment over on YouTube asked if you had a farm with 100 pigs and the government told you to endgame those pigs because they became banned, would you tattoo the pigs and keep records of them before sending them to the slaughterhouse? No, I would not get a tattoo of the pigs, because ultimately I would imagine the main reason why I had 100 pigs on the farm was to one day unalive those pigs to like get food and to make money off of the pigs. So personally for me, I think I would not become emotionally attached to said pig, right? Now if the pig was like a pet and I love the pig, that's probably a different story. Probably then I would get the pigs tattooed. But I don't think so. What would you do, Entertainment? You only talk Japanese, but you type that in English. So do you speak like Japanese English? That's interesting right there. Or you know what? I've heard that in Japan, you guys, your technology, your phones are like completely different. I've heard on social media, like in South Korea, Japan, y'all don't have Apple phones. That's not the thing. You guys have like a different name phone. So you know what? You probably have one of those phones, and it's a very advanced phone, which is really cool. I'm a biscuit. I do not identify as a biscuit. I identify as a human being, female. So I don't think I could be a biscuit, Joseph. I don't identify as a biscuit. Hey, how are you doing, Freda? Freda said, sister, you inspire me so much. Your biggest fan. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm glad that I inspire you. I was stagnant because I saw Misery when I was younger still. If you guys have seen Misery, I'm your biggest fan. You know why I was like, wait, what? But thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that by watching the Uniquely Mia channel and immersing yourself into the content that I produce, that it's inspiring to you, right? At its core, that's what I post. That's why I post on social media, because obviously I enjoy it. But two, because I want to inspire all my supporters, all the viewers, to be your positive and unique self, right? Your authentic, positive self, right? In addition to one day being able to pay off my student loan debt with the income made off of social media, right? So yeah, I'm really glad that the content is able to be a source of inspiration for you. Okay, I know I'm going back to TikTok because I know there's some comments. Okay, Dream Make Believe asks, what's for breakfast? I don't know, actually. I was going to make sweet plantains, but then I found ants in the plantains. So I threw it in the garbage. I was disgusting. So, yeah, I'm not really hungry. I don't know. I think I have leftovers. So my mom, she made curry chicken like 4 days ago. So if I get really hungry prior to us going outside, because I can just wait, because I'm going to the movies, so I could just eat nachos. Mom's like, that's a bad diet choice, she's probably thinking. But I'm like, I could just eat that and that'll fill me up. But if I get hungry before we go outside, I'll probably just eat curry chicken or make a sandwich or something. I think we have bread. So yeah. Okay, what are we saying? Hey, say yes, glad you could be here. Without God, I'm nothing said. You're so chill and calm. I watch all your videos. I like you a lot. Thank you so much for your kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching all the videos that I have on TikTok. Hopefully you go over to YouTube as well. If you guys love my TikTok videos, you'll definitely enjoy my YouTube videos as well at Uniquely Mia. And yeah, really appreciate it. And yes, I do think that I'm a calm, chill person. I'm chill. Like why did I do that? That's funny, guys. But do you just make yourself laugh sometimes? I do that a lot. But yeah, I feel like I'm a chill person. I can be chill. Yeah. I mean, if I don't like somebody, then I'm not chill. But I'm chill. I'm chill. That's really cool. I'm glad. And you know what? You guys have a lot happening in your life, right? You guys are doing awesome and amazing things, and you will encounter stressors throughout your life adventure, right? So at its core, when you come to the Uniquely Mia channel, I do hope that watching it is going to calm you down. So you know what? God made me chill for that reason, to calm you guys down when you watch the Uniquely Mia channel. It can make you laugh. I don't think my content would make you cry, right? But it can make you laugh. It can make you happy. It presses some people's buttons sometimes. I know that for sure. But hey, going through different emotions and gaining life skills along the way. Dream Make Believe said, I fried some stuffed bakes with some corn muffin. That sounds good. Wait, Dream, you were the one who said you were going to bingo last time you were on stream, and you made the egg roll, so you make the good food. Alrighty. That sounds really good. What did you stuff the bakes with, though? That sounds good, though. Hey, Miss Fate, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for liking the stream, None. I really appreciate it. Welcome, Thickness, to the stream. Yes, we need to figure out where you sell, Dream. We need to taste your food, because your food always sounds delicious. Yup. Okay, the corn muffin I put in the bakes. Oh, and then you fry them. I've never had that before. That's really interesting. It sounds good. That sounds good.
Mutton is goat or something.
Mutton? Oh.
Mutton is a meat.
Oh, so that's why I've never had the mutton. Okay. That's really interesting. I would probably taste the chicken version because I don't eat that. Or with some saltfish, right? But it sounds good. This is what I'm saying. Oh, mutton is sheep. Yeah. Oh. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't eat a lot of, I only eat chicken, seafood, and turkey. So, I do know there's a lot of, Guyanese dishes that's probably really delicious, but you guys use, sheep or you use goat and, all the other stuff. So, I don't eat that. Pepper pot, I've never had the true authentic pepper pot because I ever since I can remember I rarely ate beef, right? So my mom she on Christmas she makes chicken pepper pot, so she kind of adapts it for my diet, and it's pretty good, the chicken pepper pot. But yeah, all right, let's see. Entertainment asks or said you wouldn't keep the shoe of the pigs in a pile. Oh, as a collector's item. I mean, I guess, no, not really, I don't think. Because, at its core, guys, at least from my perspective, huh?
People eat the cow.
Yeah, some people eat the pig feet and the cow feet, right? Or they sell it, right? So, entertainment, when I'm answering that question, I'm going in it from the perspective of somebody who, has the 100 pigs on my farm because I bought those 100 pigs to, make money, not for them to be my pets, right? So, I can give you two answers. My first answer is, I'm not keeping the pig shoes in a pile because I would sell the pigs to make the money, right? However, if I bought the pigs for them to be a pet and I was really sad that they got taken out, then I would probably keep it, right?
Yeah, you're worshiping idols.
Yeah, but then as I said, I would be worshiping idols at that point, and I'm not an idol worshiper, right? So yeah. Entertainment said, if you were losing a war, okay, would you slaughter the pigs in a super complex, expensive way, with gas? If I was losing a war? Well, no, because if you're losing a war, that means you're losing money, right? So, I have to save the money. So I would not slaughter the pigs in a super expensive way. What? Like, do you live on a farm entertainment? Are you in a dilemma where you are trying to slaughter some pigs entertainment? What's happening? It's very funny. Okay, without God said, I've got to go. Wish I can stay and watch your live. Hope I can next time. Have a blessed day. Beautiful. Same to you. Same to you. Thank you so much for your kind words. You're beautiful as well. Have a blessed day as well. Hopefully I see you in the next live stream or the comment section of one of my YouTube videos or TikTok videos. So pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for your comments. Dream said I'm not the biggest fan of goat either. Yeah, I've never had goat.
And where they sell.
And Dream, where do you sell again? Like in Guyana, right? Like do you sell at like a specific area or just anywhere? By the way, watching from Guyana. Okay, nice. What's the weather like in Guyana today? I mean, you probably just left because you said you were leaving, but for anybody else who's in Guyana, what's the weather like? What happened?
Fishery.
What about the fishery? Oh, it's Saturday. Does anybody go into the fishery today? Queen Mother wants to know. We love the fishery, guys. She gets like a big snapper, she said, for like 40 US. Like a ridiculously big one. Dream Make Believe said, yeah, I'm from Repose. You know where that is, Mom? Not far from the market.
Well, we could find a screenshot of it.
Yeah, we could find it for sure. Okay, screenshot. We need to taste some of your food, Dream. It always sounds good. Alright. So, it was only 271,000, right? What? 271,000 for what? I'm confused, entertainment. What? I never put like a price on anything. You confuse me. Hey, how are you doing, X? Glad you could be here. It's impossible how to make air. It would take 0 seconds. Yeah, nothing else to do.
I think that's a poem.
Oh, okay, it's a poem. Okay. Because you can't make air.
Thinking out loud, talking out loud.
Oh, you think? That's funny, man. Hey, Princess, glad you could be here. Princess Nifa, how's everything going with you today? Dream said, no bingo today. Oh, no bingo today, man. I have a catering order to finish for 2 p.m. Okay, nice. So what are you making for the catering order? Do you make black cake? My mom loves black cake. It's like her favorite cake ever.
And you love sponge.
And I love sponge cake. It's really delicious, sponge cake. But I like it when it's like nice and hot and it's like kind of soft. I don't like when it's hard. Obviously, that means it's spoiling, but sometimes you'll go to those like restaurants and you'll buy it and it's hard. I don't like it like that. Hello. Glad you could be here. Candai, how's everything going with you? I like, you know what I like? I like the black cake when they make it, and then, where is it, Demico? I think that's where my mom used to get it from, and they would put the icing on it, and the icing is, like, kind of hard. Like, I don't know, and, like, the way they decorate the cake, they use a different icing. I used to be good. I used to get the black cake and only eat it for the icing. Well, my mom used to get it from Demico, just eat it just for the icing part. Dream said, okay, it's like a bundle. Okay, so you do rice, some salad, chicken, devil eggs, and a cheese straw for 15 people. Wow, that sounds pretty good, honestly. You got appetizer thrown in there. You got the main course and some sides. That's pretty good. Oh, you know has my mom ever made cheese straw? My mom's never made cheese straw. How do you make cheese straw, actually? I love cheese straw. Like, we buy it from, like, the store. Have I ever had cheese straw in Guyana? Okay, I have had cheese straw in Guyana, but you know, like, I don't know the name of the brand, but it comes in like a clear container and they have like a red sticker. I don't really like that cheese straw. I will say I've had it numerous times, anytime I'm in Guyana, and like, I don't know if it's because it's a pre-packaged cheese straw, but in America, my mom gets cheese straw from a store called Belk. It's like a department store, but they sell food. And that cheese straw is so much better than the ones in Ghana that I've had personally. But I think I need to have, like, homemade cheese straw for it to be, like, really good. Because I've just had the prepackaged one in Ghana. Yeah. Alright. But my mom's never made cheese straw. She's made cheese roll. My mom's cheese roll is really good. It's, like, very cheesy. And then she puts pepper in there. What I found when you buy cheese straw from the stores for some reason, they're cheap with the cheese. Like, I bite into the cheese straw. Why do I see air pockets? And when I look inside, it's literally no cheese. Don't like that. But welcome, Tainted. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. You are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. Hello, Sky Blue. Dream said cheese butter. Okay, you put a little bit of flour, some mustard, some chili powder. It's really simple. Okay. But do you bake it or do you fry it? That's what I'm confused about with cheese straw. Hey, how are you doing today? Dream said it depends on the texture. Some persons like it sandy, and grainy. Others like it flowery. Yeah, I like mine sandy and grainy. I don't like it flowery. I've never had a flowery cheese straw. I don't think. All the ones, like, I've only ever had cheese straw when it's been bought from the store, and it's always been, like, sandy and grainy, but I don't think I would like it flowery. I don't think. Hey Mia, how are you doing today? Hey Dainty, how's everything going? Hey Mel, glad you could be on the stream. Okay. Hello, Crash Out. Wait, your name is Crash Out? I just noticed that. What? Why did you put your username as Crash Out? Okay, off topic, but do you support the LGBTQ community, lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans question? What is the last one? I don't know what the last one is. But yes, all opinion, people, and ideas are welcome. If you're part of the LGBTQ community, you are more than welcome on the Uniquely Mia channel for your positivity and uniqueness already. So feel free to like the video, to subscribe to the Uniquely Mia channel, and immerse yourself into Uniquely Mia content. All people are welcome, as long as you don't judge people for their beliefs and you don't bash people for their beliefs or opinions. So if you are part of the LGBTQ community, you are more than welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. Alrighty? So what's happening? Hey Chris, hey Cry, glad you could be here. Dream said, sadly, I can't stay long today. Have to finish the order. Hopefully see you live stream again. Take care, dear. Same to you, Dream. Thank you so much for being on the stream, as always, and for your engagement. Really appreciate it. Good luck on your order, 15 people. Sounds like you're cooking some good food, but it may be a lot of work, so you got this, right? So take care. Hey Addie, how are you doing today? Hey Raya, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here, Raya. What are we saying? Hey Frank, prayed not gossip what? Hey King of the Weather, how are you doing today? Glad you could be on the live stream. What are your plans looking like for today? I don't know what the weather in New York. You're the weather person, so feel free to tell me. But I just checked. They said it's gonna rain for most of the day today, so we definitely have our umbrella on standby. But you gotta get one for Queen Mother. I don't know where she puts her umbrella. Like, excuse me, my favorite umbrellas are the ones that you get from Home Depot, guys, because it's like ridiculously big. So it's able to keep the rain off of you, and it covers your whole entire body. This just covers your head. But next time I go to Home Depot, I gotta get one because that's my favorite umbrellas, and it's very affordable. It's like $10 for the big one, $5 or $10 for the big umbrella that you get from Home Depot, guys. But when you go to, like, when it's raining and you buy these umbrellas from off the street, they want to charge you like $10 or $15. Why? It's crazy, man. Your name is Crash Out. Okay, can die because when I make candy, I crash out. Do you mean candy? Okay. When you make candy, you crash out. Okay. So maybe, how about you don't make candy for a while, so that way you don't crash out? How does that sound? Cause like, crashing out all the time, I don't think that's good, right? No? Okay, so you're gonna continue to make the candy? Alrighty. But yeah, King of Weather, you can be moderator. As always, don't put anybody in timeout because you feel that they're being mean. If you ever want to ask me, hey Mia, can I put this person in timeout? Feel free to do so. So we'll give King of the Weather standard moderator. Hello, X. How are you doing today? X8H. Come get me a massage. What? I'm not paying for you to get a massage. I can't. What? Oh, I want to get a massage. I'll go to the masseuse. I will say my back is fine now. I've noticed that I can what is it? Determine when I need to get a massage. However, all I need to do is just pay Queen Mother like $20 and she'll give me a good massage. Like when we were in Amsterdam, guys, for the whole entire day, we were like, Jay and myself and Bianca were like, we want to get a massage. And Queen Mother was like, no, you don't need to go and pay people to get a massage. So like before we went to sleep, my mom was like, we're staying in a hostel, so there's 6 people in a room. So my mom was like, if anybody still wants a massage, I'll give you guys a 20-minute massage for $20. And like I cashed and she actually took the money. She was like, cash out me the money. And I actually cash out her the money. And hey, that was like a pretty good massage. I did not know that my mom could actually give decent massages, because anytime she gives me a massage for free, it always sucks. It's like she doesn't put enough pressure on my back, but the minute I have to pay her for a massage, she does a pretty good job at it. And it was funny because my nephew, he was like, Grandma, please give me a massage. And she was like, cash out me the money. And he was like, no, I'm not cash out you. He didn't get a massage in the end because he refused to cash out his grandma the money. But I got a massage, and that was pretty good. So yeah, I just have to pay my mom, and I could get like a 20-minute massage. Sometimes she gives 15 minutes. Sometimes not the whole 20 minutes. But it's fine. But welcome everybody. Hey boss lady, how are you doing today? Glad you could be on the stream. Okay, what are we saying? Do you know what candy is? Or candy? Like, when I read that, I mean, you spelled it with a K, not a C, so it's probably not candy. But what is candy? I don't know what candy is. Candy, yeah, what is that? I was thinking about the candy, even though you spelled it with a K. I know sometimes do people benefit out and say, is that how you actually want to spell it or not? Okay, what are we saying? You're gonna get some Chick-fil-A later? Okay, very nice, very nice. So, what's your go-to Chick-fil-A order, guys? I'm blocking people. So you want to be blocked, is what you're saying? You're moderator 8 times. You've been counting, King of Weather. Well, shout out to you. That means you do a really good job at being a moderator. Hello, Shamika. How are you doing today? So that's why you've been moderator about more than 8 times on the Uniquely Mia channel. But, okay, so you're going to go to Chick-fil-A today. What's your go-to Chick-fil-A order? Did I ask that? My go-to Chick-fil-A order, at least if I go for lunch, I did get breakfast from Chick-fil-A yesterday. I got a chicken biscuit, a spicy chicken biscuit. It wasn't that spicy to me at all. But my go-to order for, like, lunch from Chick-fil-A, when I was younger, I would religiously get the chicken nuggets. But when I went to school, I ate a whole bunch of Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. I did not like it anymore. So I've transitioned to getting a spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A as my go-to order. If I'm really hungry and I want to be filled for the whole entire day or full for the whole entire day, I'll get macaroni and cheese from Chick-fil-A. When I was at school, I had to experiment with this stuff that I was eating, because I was like, you know what? The food was bad at my school, wasn't healthy, so I would eat like 1 meal a day. My mom hated it. So I've noticed if you get like a spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, if you get the macaroni and cheese, it could be the small mac and cheese, and then you get a strawberry milkshake, that could be your only meal for the day. Eat it late, like 2 p.m., and you'll be full for the rest of the day, guys. You'll not get hungry, at least for me, because that mac and cheese is not the best, but just put some hot sauce in there and some crushed peppers and heat it up, eat it hot. It was pretty good. So that was my go-to order when I was really hungry and I didn't want to eat more than 1 meal a day at school. I've been blocked more than her age. I really don't understand that statement. I understand that you've been blocked a lot, X8, but when you say more than her age, that throws me off a little bit. Okay, so you mean the same thing as candy, but you spelled it with a K. Okay, and you ended it with an I. Okay, all right. So you get tenders, nuggets, and fries. I didn't know Chick-fil-A had tenders. Okay, sounds pretty good. Sounds good. Crash Out said, but it's breading, like with pony beads. It's beading, like with pony beads. What? Okay, I have to Google that because, yeah, I can't form a visualization in my head. Like, I know what beads are, hair beads, but since you said it's the same thing like candy that you eat, that's throwing me off. So I would have to Google that. Hello, black heart emoji and the infinity sign. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here, Leah. Welcome, Music Man. How's everything going with y'all? I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. All opinion, people, and ideas are welcome as long as we communicate to each other in a kind and respectful way. As I said, I have a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Professional Writing, Master's degrees in Public Administration and Criminal Justice. My live streaming schedule for YouTube, I'm going to try and transition it back to being for TikTok as well, but for predominantly for YouTube, my live streaming schedule is on Mondays 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Fridays 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday and Sundays I live stream spontaneously, right? So if you're a TikTok supporter and you enjoy my TikTok videos, you are enjoying this live stream, and you want to see more of Uniquely Mia and more so of my long form content, 10-minute plus videos. Definitely go over to my YouTube channel at Uniquely Mia, the same exact spelling on TikTok as that on YouTube, and consider subscribing to me there. And for my YouTube community, if you guys would like early access to my YouTube shorts, go over on TikTok and subscribe and follow me on TikTok at Uniquely Mia. Hey Raphael, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here, because let me tell you a little insider tip, guys, right? I post on both platforms, both on TikTok and YouTube. I do it consistently, I would think. So here's the thing. The benefit with YouTube, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, you get more live streams on YouTube, right? More live streams. I just naturally do live streams more on YouTube than I do on TikTok, right? You get more still spontaneous live streams on YouTube. I'll be outside when I live stream on YouTube a lot. In addition to that, when you subscribe to me on YouTube, right, you get my full-length traditional YouTube videos. So you get those videos that are 10 minutes, 20 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes long that TikTok does not get, right? When you subscribe to me on TikTok, the benefit of you guys following me on TikTok is that you get the spontaneous live streams, right? But you get the early access to the full-length traditional, not the full-length traditional YouTube, but the YouTube shorts. So like, for TikTok, you guys know I have a lot of YouTube shorts, but they're scheduled for you guys to be released, to you guys. TikTok sees those videos first, right? And if I ever run out of storage on my phone, right, and I'm unable to record full-length traditional YouTube videos, I will post on TikTok because the videos are just more shorter on TikTok, right? Naturally. So that's the benefit. So I recommend subscribing to me on both platforms and supporting me via that way too. But if you guys are like, no, I just want to support you on one platform, really appreciate your support nonetheless. King of Leather said, I'm still in bed. It's only 6:19 a.m. Wow, it's really, really early, King of Leather. Definitely get some sleep. It is Saturday, so you do not, I don't know what you're doing today, but I would assume you don't need to be up that early. So you're a great moderator, but if you need to take a break and be like, I need to get some more sleep before I can fully commit to this moderator status, feel free to do that, King of the Weather. But shout out to you for being on the stream so early. Hey Raphael, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. The Genius Girl. Thank you so much for your kind words. Really appreciate it. What's your plans looking like today, Raphael? Raphael said, I'm feeling great. Glad you're feeling great today. Ooh, you got steps in. Okay, shout out to you for exercising today, bright and early. You're feeling ready for the day. And yeah, that's what I've noticed too. When I went to the gym religiously, and we're still going to be exercising on the weekends, don't worry guys, but it's going to be more so walking and bike riding, right, instead of the gym. But I found it like when you wake up early and you exercise, you're like more energized for the day. I would feel more awake sometimes, right? But yeah, I feel like I'm more awake in general. I don't know. It's like, prior to going, I think Europe messed up my sleeping schedule, but it also fixed it a little bit, because prior to going to Europe, I would get like more than 8 hours of sleep every night, guys, but I would always wake up and I would always feel tired throughout the day for some reason. Now, if I go to my grandmother's house, I will feel tired, because there's something about going to your grandparents' house. It's hot. I don't know if the space is small. I just always feel tired. Or if it's like if my grandmother's sleeping, that means I want to sleep too. But anytime I go to my grandmother's house, guys, I always feel tired throughout the day. It's crazy. But going to Europe, I obviously had to adjust to the time zone because they're 5 to 6 hours ahead of us. London's 5 hours ahead of us. Brussels, Amsterdam, and Paris, it's 6 hours ahead of us, right? So my sleeping schedule was adjusted 6 hours. And then when we had to return back to America, couldn't say in Europe, guys. When we had to return back to America, my sleeping schedule, I had to adjust 6 hours behind. So I think I am much better adjusted to the time zone now. I think I'm back to normal. If I'm not back to normal, I'm 98% back to normal with my sleeping schedule. But I'm able to stay up until like 9 p.m. sometimes, right? But yeah, so we're getting there. But what are we saying? King of Leather said, I gotta get up right now. I can walk without the medical board. Oh, nice. So that means you're healing, King of Leather. So glad you're having uncomplicated, safe healing journey, right? Yeah, because breaking an ankle, I would imagine it would suck. It would be very painful. So glad you can walk without your medical boot. That means you're getting much better. Nice me, Raphael said. Okay, thanks. What is that emoji? I don't know what that emoji is. But cool. So what are you doing today, Raphael? I know you said you got up bright and early, and you already went to the gym, or you got your steps in. I know King of the Weather said they're going to go to Chick-fil-A later on today. So what's everyone else planning on doing today who's on the live stream? We are going outside today, Queen Mother and myself. We're gonna see the Michael Jackson movie, so that should be exciting, right? I mean, normally when I go to the theaters, I see horror movies. Well, I did see a horror movie already, but I'm sure it'll be a good movie, because I saw the Michael Jackson on Broadway show. I saw that one, and that was a pretty good Broadway show. So hopefully it'll be good. It's a 2-hour long movie. I'm excited for the nachos and cheese. Did I already have nachos and cheese this week? Yes. Will I have it again at the theater today? Yes, I will. So that's my go-to movie snack. So like, I just go for the food, guys, honestly. I go everywhere just for the food and the experience, obviously, but the food is good. It's either I go somewhere for the food or I go somewhere for the vacation, because Europe, I did not go for the food, right? So yeah. What are you saying? Raphael said, I'm trying to get a business started. I want to go to the bank and get started. Okay, very nice, very nice. Shout out to you, Raphael, for that. Yeah, make sure to Google and see if the bank closes early on the weekends, because, yeah, banks on the weekends, at least in America, they close ridiculously early. But congratulations, Raphael. Like, even if you just thinking about it and taking the initiative to start it is an accomplishment within itself, right? Because remember, a lot of other people will think about the idea, but they will not do it, even if they fail at something. In this moment of time, at least you tried it, which is more than most, right? So shout out to you for that, Raphael. Shout out to you for that. And like, once your business is actually in the once your business actually starts and stuff, feel free to come back on the Inclusivity channel and share more information. Don't share the information while you're actively working on it, because somebody might steal your idea, right? Share it once you accomplish it, right? So once it starts. King of Leather said, last night I gave my dog treats and my cat some treats. Okay, very nice, King of Leather. What's their go-to treats? Hey, user, how are you doing today? Hey, Jules. Hey, Mitchell. Glad you could be here. Hey, Steve, how are you doing today? Raphael said, but I'm having some issues, but I will get there one way or another. Exactly, right? So, yeah, I mean, hurdles and issues are always going to be It's always going to be there, right? No matter what you do and anything you do, but it's how you overcome them is what matters, right? As the saying, I don't know where I heard that, but I guess it's how you overcome them, right? Because you can either sit down, cry about it, and give up, or you can sit down, cry about it, try again, or try a new pathway, or try again later, right? So, yeah. One way or another, guys. Tomorrow's going to come either way. It's going to come whether you try what you want to do, or it's going to come if you don't try what you want to do. So that's what try what you want to do. Because tomorrow's coming anyway, right? So, my pleasure, Raphael. What are we saying? King of Leather said, sorry to interrupt normal programming, but there's 2 special marine warnings. Alrighty. So King of the Weather is going to take over, guys, and provide us with our King of the Weather report. King of the Weather, as the name suggests, is the weather expert on the Inclusivity channel, guys. So they know their stuff. So when they tell us something, we need to pay attention to what King of the Weather tells us so we can be safe, guys. Alrighty? So let's hear these 2 special marine warnings so we can all be safe. Hello, Abadiah. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Shout out to everyone who's on the live stream. Welcome back if you are a returning supporter. I really do appreciate your continued support. Thank you as always, guys, for being on the stream and for making the Inclusivity channel part of your day and donating your time and energy for being here. If you guys have a question, comment, or concern, it could be about anything at all, feel free to ask it. I'll be more than happy to answer you guys in the chat. But yeah, 9 times out of 10 when I have these sit down live stream discussions, y'all lead the conversation. I'll think about some interesting topics to talk about. It could pivot in the most random way or not. But yeah, yesterday I did do my nails. So if you were on YouTube, you saw the manicure. I recorded it for TikTok, so I'm gonna edit the TikTok video of my manicure and drop it. Nail Aid sent over some products for me, really cool products, so I did utilize these products when I was doing my manicure. So yeah, I think I have to add a top coat probably for one of them. Yeah, let's actually do that. I don't know what color. Okay, I think it's this one. So the reason why I'm adding a top coat is just because it's a little bumpy, and that's my fault. Why it dried kind of grainy. I guess I went to sleep and my nails weren't fully dried. You can leave, if I leave it, nobody else is gonna see it, right? It's just, that's the thing. When you do your own nails, guys, you critically look at your nails and see all the imperfections, but people in public, they're gonna be like, oh, I like your nails. They're not gonna see the imperfection unless they pull my hand and put it to their face, right? So yeah. King of Leather said there's a safe alert, okay, in Arizona. There's versions of an endangered person, Alert. There's a safe alert. Okay, for Glendale, Arizona. Hopefully they find the person who went missing, right? Yeah, that's very definitely sad when somebody goes missing for sure. I mean, it's only sad if the person was willingly taken, right? I mean, was unwillingly taken. That's when it's sad, right? Some people go missing because they're like, I'm sick and tired of this, so they just dip out. They run away from home or something. That's not good at all if you run away from home, right? What was going on in your home life, but some people do it to escape bad things. Other people are just taking without their consent, and when you're taking without your consent, that's terrible, guys. So yeah, hopefully those people who are taking without their consent are found as soon as possible. But yeah, as I said, the weather today in New York, I think it's going to be mostly rainy today. It's going to be between 40 degrees and 50 degrees. So today is a jeans day. When I was choosing my outfit for today, initially I chose pink. Pink on pink on pink. Pink everything. And then I was walking down from my room and I was like, hey, it feels cold outside. Let me go back and get some jeans and a regular shirt. So I got a jeans and a shirt. I kind of packed up most of my winter stuff. So, yeah. You just gotta work with what you find. The person had a medical condition that causes the person to become disoriented or easily confused. Oh, the person was missing? Oh, yeah, so that's not good at all. Hopefully they're found as soon as possible, King of the Weather. Yep. So sending the positive vibes out to the search party and everybody looking for the individual. Hopefully they're found and safely recovered, right? Because, yeah, when somebody is missing and they're on top that they have a medical condition, that's not good at all, right? Hey, I mean, having a medical condition is fine. Nothing wrong with that, right? But I'm just, when I said it's not good, it's not good when they go missing, right? Because you don't have your medicine and etc., right? Hello, Love Joe. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Hey, Solid. Welcome, Vanita. Glad you could be here. Hey, Gracie. Hey, 1G. How's everyone doing today? Glad you could be here. Okay, there's another special marine warning from King of the Weather. So, yeah. But what are you guys eating for breakfast, guys? Would love to know. As I said, for me, I don't know what I'll eat for breakfast. Just find something if I get hungry. But what's happening with you guys today? What are you eating for breakfast? What are your plans for the weekend? It is a Saturday. So, is it a sunny Saturday where you guys are at? Is it a rainy Saturday? Here in New York, it looks like a cloudy Saturday. According to the weather, it's supposed to be rainy. I don't really like the rain. Like, the rain is good and all. Rain and water is important. And that's such a Western thing to say, right? I don't like the rain, because in, like, those countries that don't have bottled water to buy, right? Or they don't have enough money to buy water, they love the rain, right? But I can just go to the supermarket and get water. Very Western idea to say you don't like the rain. Just cross-cultural differences are all around us, guys. It impacts our perception of things, which is very interesting when you're able to identify it and just speak about it. Okay. What's for breakfast? Yeah, Raphael, what are you planning to eat for breakfast? Hey, Anthony, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. It's uniquely Mia. What is your day looking like today? Today is a morning live stream. Decided to do a morning live stream for you guys, just a chat session, because I don't know, when I go outside later, I'll try and live stream, but I like to do live streams that can be like an hour plus long. So if I do live stream later, it'll probably have to be like very small live streams in one. So to make up for that, in case I'm unable to stream later, decide to do a lengthy chat session here. Well, I say lengthy, honestly. The chat determines how long we stay on stream. But yeah, Raphael said, it's summer. You're not working on your six-pack bikini body. Okay. I mean, it's not summer anymore, guys. I mean, it's not. I mean, summer has yet to start. It is still spring. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Hello, Marin. Glad you could be here. How's everything going with you, Marin? Glad you could be here. Glad you're doing good today, Anthony. What's your day looking like today? What are you planning to eat for breakfast? I add polka dots. It's just polka dots. I know some people, when they add polka dots to their nails, they use like a tool. You can't even see it, can you? Can you guys see that? Who knew green and blue would blend in together? That's funny. But yeah, so I'm glad you're doing good today. But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. That ever happens to you guys are talking and then you just forget your thoughts in the middle of a sentence sometimes? But I don't know. Let's see. But on the topic of the movie, is anybody going to see the Michael Jackson movie? Or did you guys see the new Mummy movie that came out? I did see the new Mummy movie that came out, guys. You're not doing anything? Well, you know what? A chill day at home is a good day nonetheless, right? The new Mummy movie that came out. If you guys want to see it, it's a horror movie. If you guys have seen the original Mummy, right? I say the original, but it came out like in the 2000s or something, right? So, something like that, I think. Or the 1990s or 80s. I actually don't know. But that was a really cool movie. It wasn't horror movie based, but the new Mummy that I just went into, that I saw that came out, I think it came out like last week or the week before. That's more so a horror movie based. On the horror movie aspect, the horror movie factor, I'll rate it like a solid 5 out of 10 for the horror movie factor, right? Because was it scary? Not really, I don't think. It had some jump scare elements. I think what made the movie scary was that one of the main characters, it's like you kind of knew she was like a scary entity, right? Because the audience knew what the actors didn't know, right? If that makes sense, when you watch me, that'll make sense. There's a name for that in literature. I forgot the name was, right? But there's a name for that. It's not foreshadowing, but it's like we broke the third wall, kind of. We know that this character is bad, but the characters in the movie, they don't know the character's bad. So what made the Mummy scary was like they would treat the scary character a certain way, right? And it's like, don't do that, she's not good. Thank you so much, Eva, for donating a gift. Really appreciate it. Jazz hands to you. To you. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. All income goes in its own separate account. Special shout out to you, Eva. Really, really appreciate your generous donation. What is that? She gave me food, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Mother. So, Queen Mother gave me food, you guys. Yes, it's breaking the fourth wall. Yes, stars to Queen Mother. Jazz hands to Queen Mother. Nail polish my hands. But thank you so much. Thank you, Eva, for the donation. Yes, we're sending stars to Queen Mother. Those stars are for Queen Mother for giving us some foodie. Jazz hands to Queen Mother, guys. Thank you so much. And jazz hands to you, Eva. Thank you so much for donating to the Uniquely Mia channel. All proceeds goes in its own separate account. But welcome to Lua. How are you doing today? Yes, so breaking the fourth wall. So that's what made the Mummy, the movie, kind of scary in my opinion, because it's like we knew that you should not trust this character, you shouldn't get this close to the character, right? So it was decent. What was missing from the horror movie that I think I would have loved to see, which is always in the great horror movies, right, at least the good ones, is when the main character is like they figure out the answer. Like they either go speak to a professor, right? Or they do their own investigation research and all the pieces fit together and they figure out who like the evil person is, right? That was missing for me because that the evil person was discovered, right? But it wasn't done by the main character, which kind of sucked. Raphael said, it's not that far, Mia. That's why I'm not having breakfast fasting. You're religious, so you're not having breakfast or fasting because you're getting ready for your bikini body. Alrighty, Raphael. But what at its core, what is a bikini body? Like, what is that, right? I mean, is a bikini body? You're saying the 6-pack, is that because of what society has told us is the beauty standard of modern day? Because you do know, guys, if you look at like ancient Egyptians, ancient African societies, the beauty standard was like my mom's body and plus size women. That was their beauty standard. Like they want people to eat as much food and they want them to be as curvy as possible and they don't want them to have a flat stomach or anything, right? Now my mom isn't plus size, right? My mom is she's curvy, right? She has an hourglass figure, a mermaid shape, right? But if you're plus size, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I say this to say that was the gold standard, the beauty standard in ancient Egyptian society. You think Cleopatra was skinny? People say Cleopatra was the most beautiful woman on earth. Do I think she actually was? No, because her line, Cleopatra's bloodline was the most like mixed up bloodline. What are they? Incestuous, like incest. You know what that is? Like when you have kids with your uncles, your brothers, your cousins. your sister, that was Cleopatra. So people whose bloodline is that closely related, they weren't that pretty. They weren't, right? So what made Cleopatra pretty was most likely her mind and how she was able to, like, when Julius Caesar and Mark Antony went over to try and conquer her nation, she was like, oh, no, that's not happening. And they obviously fell in love with her or became obsessed with her, right? They did not conquer her nation in the end, right? So that's what made Cleopatra beautiful. But if you're talking about physical beauty, I don't think she was that physically beautiful. But I say all that to say, she probably wasn't skinny either. So the idea that six-pack being ultra skinny is the beauty standard is a modern-day idea of a beauty standard. And you can look at modern-day society and see how that changes, right? You can see how that has changed because I took a cross-cultural class in undergrad, and they said, like, during the 1980s, crack cocaine look was in. That's when people were extremely skinny, and you could see the bones, right? And then if you look at, like, I guess when I was growing up, like, I guess with all those people who got the plastic surgery, when that became a plastic surgery, when that plastic surgery became popular and people were getting the butt injections and the breast injections to make it bigger, that became the new beauty standard. And now, I think in 2026, we're seeing that the new beauty standard is people being not skinny, but people, like, going to the gym and being looking healthy and having muscles and stuff, right? So yeah, there's nothing wrong with modern day beauty standards, right? So yeah, Raphael, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your own personal goal, I'm not bashing it. That's your own personal goal, right? And that's your own personal goal with beauty standards, right? It's like for me, like, I don't want to gain weight, and I'm not going to gain weight because my idea of how I want to look is just not a way that some people in my family look. That's just not how I want to look, right? My grandmother's all the time telling me, you need to eat more food. You need to eat more food. You're too skinny. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you for telling me that, right? You think I'm skinny? Thank you, right? Because it's just not in my beauty standard how I want to look, right? But I do have people in my family who are curvy, who are plus size, and they're beautiful, right? And that's how they look. They're happy with their body, right? I just like to point out that saying, hey, beauty standards have changed throughout history, and they will continue to change. So let's eat the sandwich. Good. It's a turkey sandwich. I guess I do like turkey sandwiches, guys. So it's good. My mom put lettuce in here too. It's turkey. I think it's honey turkey with yellow American cheese, lettuce, mayonnaise, and just like white bread. What are you saying? Raphael said, sorry for sharing that much. I'm a boy, Mia. Women can do as they please. Yeah, so that's why I did point out that too, right? Because because sometimes, and nothing bad on you, Raphael. What you said was nothing wrong with it, right? But I guess I did see a little undertones of it coming from, like, just an ideal of what a beauty standard is. And if that's your beauty standard, that is fine. You are still more than welcome on the Uniquely Mia channel, right? That's your beauty standard, right? For people, what you think is pretty, right? Other people see that and they won't think that's pretty. That's okay, guys, right? I just like to just educate a little bit and provide my opinions and try to tie it back to what I've learned, just so we can all become more well-informed individuals, right? It's more internal feeling. Exactly, right, Raphael? So that is true. It's more an internal thing, right? You will see somebody, you can see somebody who's, like, really skinny and be like, ooh, that person's so pretty. And then another person, you'll see that same person, like, that person is so ugly, right? Just because beauty standards and what you perceive as being pretty is internal, right? Like, sometimes I'll be on social media and people are like, this is the prettiest person ever. And I look at the person like, ugh, really? They're like the most pretty person ever to you, right? Because it's just the different ideals of beauty standards. Sometimes you'll see that in the comments of videos, right? So at its core, there's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong is bashing people for that, right? And trying to make people feel bad for it, I think. But it's nothing wrong with just saying most people, one person thinks this person is ugly, another person doesn't think this person is ugly, right? Nothing wrong with that. Now, I feel like if you think about, if we were to do a survey on a large group of people and try to figure out what is and do a survey on one person and say, do you think this person is statistically pretty? Sometimes a large majority of people will agree saying, yes, we think this one person is extremely pretty because it's more so the features, right? Like somebody's eyes, somebody's hair, somebody's nose, right? That's more so, right? So it just depends. Grand rising to you as well. Tony, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Raphael said, my body works better at a certain weight. I come to understand. Yeah. And that Excuse me, and that's being healthy too, right? So yeah, Grand Rising for the last 2 days. Your sound's really loud, like amplified. Yes, I do have a mic on my phone, not well, a podcast mic. Yeah, so I have to remember to talk at my normal like voice like pace when I have the podcast and mic on. So that is why. But how are you doing today? I'm Tony. Glad you could be here. Raphael said, "I love girls that work out. That's just me." And exactly, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that as well. That's your beauty standard right there, right? So some people. Like, there's a culture in Africa, guys, they literally force feed their girls, like, from a young age, they force feed little girls to, like, over consume food because the beauty standard there is just, like, overweight. That's unhealthy, right? So, yeah, after all that. So yeah, I'm not able to check the volume now. I need to get another pair of headphones, Tony, to do that. So what I would recommend, maybe turn down the volume on your end, but I have to buy a new pair of headphones because the only way for me to hear how I sound, I need headphones to plug into the mic, and I don't have those. That requires a special one. But how are you doing today, Tony, and everyone else on the stream? Glad you guys could be here. You're still here for your weather? Okay, nice. What are you doing? You're watching a Spanish skeleton meme. Wow, I've never seen that before. Is it a funny meme or is it more so a scary meme? So, turkey sandwich for breakfast. Welcome. Glad you could be here. Hey, how's everything going? Why you so fine though? Are you asking why I'm really pretty, or are you asking why I'm skinny? Like, I don't think I'm known that overweight, but I don't think I'm skinny, right? But if you're asking why I'm very pretty, it's God created me this way. Shout out to God, right? They did a great job, right? Obviously. And if you think I'm extremely skinny, and you're asking why I am, right? Like I said, I don't think I'm skinny, but some people will. I don't overeat food, and I exercise. That's why. I just eat when I'm hungry. Yeah. Thank you so much, Nun, for liking the live stream. Really appreciate it. And it's your genetics, right? Genetics do play a factor in what you look like, right? Some people can work out like every day. They can do the most hard workout ever. But if it's in your genetics not to be like stick figure, if it's in your genetics to be thick, you will just always be thick no matter how much you work out. You can be toned, but you'll be thick, right? So, yeah, that's always something to remember, too, when you look at people. Hello, Risa. How are you doing today? Hey, Lydia. How's everything going with you today? For breakfast, I'm eating a turkey sandwich with lettuce. Let us know what you guys doing today. What are you eating? A said, LMAO, now you got a good natural beauty demeanor. Thank you so much, Demure. That word gets me tongue-tied, guys. But thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I've never had plastic surgery except for my teeth. So, yeah. I am natural is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Would I get plastic surgery? Not on my face, I don't think. Well, I don't think so. Yeah, my nose is fine. Sometimes my nose looks big, but like I'm happy with my nose. I'm used to it. I don't think I would ever get plastic surgery on my face, actually. So yeah. I was trained from a young boy to keep my body fit. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, you were taught, I guess, healthy practices, right? Healthy lifestyle practices, which is good. It's kind of like a funny question. On TikTok, Nun asks, when you see yourself, how do you feel? That's actually, I don't know why it's funny, but it's like a funny question. I mean, how do I feel when I see myself? It depends. Yeah, it really depends on like what situation I'm in, actually. It's really funny. That's why I'm laughing. Because if I take an exam and I don't do good on the exam and I look at myself in the mirror, I don't feel good about myself actually when I see myself. Right? That's funny. But outside of anxiety inducing things and exams, right? When I look at myself, how do I feel? I just feel normal actually. Yeah, I just look at myself and I'm like, okay, I just feel normal. Like, I don't feel happy, I don't feel sad. Obviously, if I don't have an exam, like if I do an exam and look at myself, I'm like, you're so great, man. You're so smart. You're amazing. Like, obviously, when I accomplish stuff, like really, like when I accomplish my degrees and I look at myself, I'm like, you did that. Like, great on you, man. You're smart now. Like, you're great. Like, right? But yeah. But on a day when I look at myself, like I don't feel anything. Honestly, I don't know. Are you supposed to feel something when you look at yourself? Yeah, like if I'm wearing a really cool outfit, I'm like, that's a nice outfit. That's a really cool outfit. I feel happy in the outfit. Yeah, but I really don't feel anything when I look at myself. When I see myself, actually. It depends on the situation. I guess that's the best answer. In like the context, right? King Weather said, the storm prediction, okay, center has issued a moderate risk, okay, a level 4 out of 5. Wow, which is deadly. The risk is for Oklahoma and Texas. Stay safe if you're in Oklahoma and Texas. We don't want anything happening to y'all. Now, I don't think that's physically possible. Raphael said, I'm in my late 30s and still look 18. I'm sure you have some distinctive features indicated to your age, but you may have a baby face. I think having a baby face is a valid thing. Like, you can have that face and people are confused about your age. But how do you dress? Because I'm confident if you dress like your age, you'll look your age, right? Because I feel like oftentimes I am always the youngest in the room, no matter where I go. Particularly, I'm speaking in terms of academics and professional capacities. I'm always the youngest in the room, so by default, I will look younger, right? And obviously, if I wear anime clothes, I'm gonna look even younger than my age, right? But when my mom buys me suits and stuff, I think I fit in, and I generally look my age, right? So yeah, I'm not telling you what you look like, but yeah, I think even people who are like, I don't look my age. Sometimes they'll post pictures of themselves on social media. I'm like, you look your age a little bit. So yeah. You have really nice hair. Okay, cool. You're feeling extremely amazing. Nice. And you know what? That's what it's all about. You gotta feel extremely amazing in yourself, in your skin, right? Because it's your skin. You can't change it unless you got a lot of money. You get some plastic surgery, you could change it, right? But for the regular person who don't want to save their money and get plastic surgery, or who's just not rich to get plastic surgery every day, you gotta be comfortable in your skin. And this is orange juice my mom gave me. It's good orange juice. It's not like, it's not Tropicana. Tropicana is very strong. But this is kind of sour, but it's good. Do you like your orange juice when it has, like, stuff in it, guys? Hey, Mel. Hey, Tamiko. Hey, Pixie Dust. Oops, that fell down. Hey, Komori. How are you doing today, Komori? Glad you could be here. Okay, Raphael said, LOL, I'm talking about my body. Okay. Raphael said, my face and body, Mia. I should start alive. Do you can see me? I mean, yeah, if you are a supporter and you do a live stream, I'll be more than happy to subscribe to you guys and support you guys. Like, shout out to Evan, shout out to Gigi Cat. They are supporters on YouTube who I have subscribed to and who live stream, and I'm more than happy to support you guys like I support them. Excuse me, shout out to King of the Weather. King of the Weather has their own YouTube channel where they post, like, weather reports. I've subscribed to King of the Weather, and they definitely keep us informed and safe about what's happening in the weather around the world. So, yeah, if you are a supporter and you guys would like me to subscribe to you guys and support you guys, subscription is free, right? So I'll be more than happy to subscribe to you guys for real. I have a question. What do you put on your sandwiches? And in your country, do you have tuna meat? Because when I was in Europe, they didn't have tuna. Like, because we went to the supermarkets, I had to get chicken. The chicken is like their tuna meat. So they have prosciutto, they have chicken. They have a lot of different porks and beefs, guys. And no tuna. I mean, no turkey, sorry. They did have tuna, no turkey though. So yeah. And like when I first went to the market and I didn't see turkey, I was like, why don't you have turkey? But then I thought about it. I'm like, maybe they don't have turkeys, right? Turkey's just like an American thing, right? So yeah. I have no idea who Myron Gaines is, Johnson. What do you want to expose about people on campus? Like, yeah, what do you want to expose about them? Hey, Julie, thank you so much for liking the stream, None. Really appreciate it. Hey, Kiki. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream. It's Uniquely Mia here, also known as Mia. I can't look him up because both of my electronic devices are in use. I'm eating some breakfast right now. This is a tuna sandwich with some lettuce that my mom gave me. Also has some mayo. Would love to know, what did you guys eat for breakfast? It's good for society. But it's also good for society to, like, mind your business, right? So why would you expose somebody, right? Especially random people. Like, why are you butting in, right? I mean, because you gotta be careful. Because sometimes you'll expose people and you'll butt into people's business, right? And, like, it won't be good for you in the end, right? So, yeah. But yeah, if I said tuna, guys, I meant turkey. They do have tuna in Europe. But yeah, they didn't have turkey. And when I first went to the supermarket, I was like, why don't you have it? And then, now I have turkeys. Welcome back without God. I do like the sandwich at home. Only thing I'll make it better if we had, like, the bread that the corner store uses. And my mom and Stu, they have bought that bread before that, like, the corner store uses. But it spoils so quickly. Welcome, South America. How are you doing today? Welcome, Kinsha. So yeah, it spoils very fast, guys. Because I don't know why, honestly. You know why? It's like a baguette. Because when we were in Paris, the first day we got there, my mom, we stopped at a patisserie. That's what they call it, right? It's also a bakery. And we got baguettes. We're like, we're gonna eat baguettes and cheese for breakfast. We were really excited. Guys, that baguette was good. It's a good thing we tried it while it was hot. It was, like, really good. Do you know we went to sleep, we woke up, the bread was hard as rock. So it's their baguette, but I don't know what they put in. It's the way they bake it and the ingredients they use. It spoils so ridiculously fast, guys. So when you see the Parisians buying the baguette bread in the nighttime, they're eating it in the night is my assumption. They're not leaving it to the morning. You're good. Glad you're doing good, South America. Very nice, very nice. Are you reporting live from South America right now? And what are you eating for breakfast? What do you plan on doing today? I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you're welcome on the channel for your positivity and uniqueness. So if you have a question, comment, concern, feel free to type it, and I'll be more than happy to answer it for you guys. For the most part, this is a chat with me live stream. Y'all lead the discussion, right? So if you guys have a question for me, comment, concern, feel free to type it. If an idea pops into my head and I can talk about it. But yeah. Hey, where is Lila? How are you doing today? Layla. South America said, no, I'm in the U.S. Okay, very cool. So you must love South America a lot then to have that username. South America's a cool place for sure. So very nice. What what state are you in the U.S. if you're comfortable sharing? Or what's your favorite state that you've been to in the U.S. If you've been to more than one? The ends are soft. I could eat it if I want. This is a big piece of turkey. Look at this. Alert me if there's bad activity in chat. Will do. Welcome back. Dream Make Believe. I've gotten breakfast. Queen Mother has made me a turkey sandwich with some cheese and some lettuce. I don't like tomatoes, so yeah, that's why. The only time I ate tomatoes on my sandwich was when I was in England, and that's because it gave the food flavor. That's the only reason why. I was eating a sandwich and my mom saw me eat a tomato. She was like, I bet you don't like tomatoes. I'm like, I don't, but it tastes good. It's giving the food flavor. So that's why I ate a tomato. Guys, I did not know that I was so picky with, like, the flavors of food until I went there and I tasted their food and it was like, there was no flavor in the food at all. Hello, Lockwood. Any relation to Tyler Lockwood? If you have not seen The Vampire Diaries, you have no idea who I'm talking about. Good show, good show. Season 1 to 3 is good, and then after that, I don't like it. We're all done. Sorry. Big glass of orange juice. Can we chug the orange juice? Because I do not like hot orange juice, and if I don't eat it now, eat it. If I don't drink the orange juice now, I will have to drink hot orange juice. Let's see if we can drink this in one go. Ew. Nope. Oh, I got an orange juice brain freeze or brain fog. Oh my gosh. Ew. Okay. Got too much orange juice. Alright, read that. Okay, South America said, LOL, I'm Guyanese. Okay, your favorite state is California. Okay, cool. But you're in Maryland right now. You hate New York on passion? Yeah, I mean, okay, I don't hate New York, but like, compared to other U.S. states, New York is not the best. It's dirty. It is dirty. They got the weirdos almost every time you step outside. Thank you. Thank you, because, guys, anytime I convey that New York is not the best state, in my opinion, people are always coming at me and be like, Mia, what are you talking about? So thank you, South America. Finally, we meet somebody who is like, New York is not the best state, right? It's not the best, right? I do like New York because my mom is in New York, right? I was recently accepted into a new program, which is really cool. So New York is a good state. You know what I like about New York? I like that New York, you can go almost anywhere and you can see the diversity that is like represented, right, in New York with a lot of different people. But if my mom did not live in New York, guys, I would not be here, I don't think. Because like, and I do know that's my privilege talking, saying I was born in New York, I grew up in New York, right? So, you know what? I was born and raised here. I can say whatever I want to say about the state, right? So, yeah, but I've been to Georgia, I've been to New Orleans, I've been to Las Vegas. Like, I've visited those places. The only other state that I've really lived in was Georgia. And Georgia's a cool state, right? The main reason why I did not like Georgia in the past was because that's where I went to school, and I lived on campus, and I lived by myself, and that would take me away from my mom, and obviously I didn't like it, and I always associated Georgia with schoolwork. That gave me anxiety, right? So that's why I didn't like Georgia. Well, I say Georgia's my favorite state now. I don't think it's my favorite, but I feel like, you know what? You get like a cool house there in Georgia, right? You just have to drive everywhere in Georgia, right? You get more trees. The scenery is just so much better than in New York. But every time you go outside of New York, you're just met with a crowd of people. You're met with weirdos, and you're met with dirty garbage in New York. So yeah, it's not one of the best states, right? I feel like New York can be the best state if you are in the right neighborhood. If you're in the right neighborhood, I think it's a really great state. But South America said, yeah, I know you. I'd be watching your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad that you watched the videos. Thank you so much for following. I do hope that you are enjoying them. Definitely immerse yourself into the content that we have on the channel, and really, really appreciate the support. I feel like in a box it's choke up. Yeah, because it is, yeah. That's New York, and it's very wild. It is very wild. You always gotta be careful on the train too, right? Like, it's not, and it's really cool to hear different opinions. This is why live streaming is really cool, guys, because you come across different characters, and as you share ideas, you're like, you know what? Hey, this is a new perspective. And I always say that New York is not the it state at all, but you know what New York has? They have good PR. Because I can say this too, because even like my mom, shout out to my mom, but for my graduation gift when I graduated my undergrad degree, my master's degrees, we went on a European adventure. So we went to Brussels, we went to Paris, we went to London, and we went to Amsterdam, right? That was amazing. And guys, the train system, the setup of it was just so much better than New York. It was just so much better. It was much cleaner. Now London and New York, they're on the same level, but London is a little more cleaner. But like Brussels, Paris, Amsterdam train stations, top tier, right, compared to New York. And when you come back to New York, all those people, like when almost any country you go to, people are always like, I want to make it to America. And New York is almost always on their mind. Not everybody, but it's almost always on their mind. And when you come to New York and you compare just your scenery of New York compared to like one of those other European countries, or you compare the subway station to one of those other European countries, New York is terrible. New York is terrible compared to those other places, guys, right? And so it's like New York has good PR because if you watch those old movies, right, people are always like, I want to make it to the Big Apple, and they're always going to Times Square, this thing on the Upper East Side. Upper East Side is completely different from where I live, right? So I understand that, but that's for the wealthy. If you got money and you're from New York, you're gonna have it's gonna be great for you, right? But if you're like a normal regular person, right, who's not super duper rich, and you're a tourist and you're just taking the trains, it's not that good. Because guys, if you look at the trains in Amsterdam and Brussels and Paris, go check out my full nutritional YouTube videos that I've done on YouTube about them. It's just so much better, so much cleaner, so much more efficient. Even the scenery that you're seeing, even Times Square a little bit, it's just overpacked, overcrowded Times Square, guys. So, yeah, New York has really good PR, and, like, it's a great state to be in. You got a lot of diverse characters, a lot of diverse people, and all that, but it's not the best state, in my opinion. There's better states that's just much more pretty and etc. So, yeah. King of Weather said, by any chance, want to come to Oregon? So for sure, King of Weather. One day, for sure, we can make it over to Oregon. Queen Mother, myself, Stu, the Uniquely Mia family. So in Oregon, King of Weather, when we visit one day. You're doing a speedy recovery. Very nice, King of Weather. I'm really glad that you're healing up very safe. What part of New York you live in? The state of New York is all you need to know where I live. Okay, unknown. Hey, Alicia, how are you doing? Hey, June, glad you could be here. South America said, I never liked New York even before I migrated. South America said, from Guyana, California. That's why I love California so much. Yeah, I've only ever been to California, but I've been in the airport. I never went outside. But I would imagine when I think about California, I think about the weather, right? I've heard that it doesn't drop below like 50 degrees. So coming from Guyana, it's like you're transitioning back into that tropical place, right? Where you get to be in America, right? So yeah, I've never really walked around the state of California. So I don't know much about California, right? But the food looks really good. They got In-N-Out, right? In-N-Out. You got like the Dave's Hot Chicken, California. You got the Erewhon. Now, Erewhon, will I ever shop at Erewhon? Perhaps one day when I'm rich and I want to just like use my money recklessly, I could go get a $50 bottle of water from Erewhon. Right? But yeah, you have the cool stuff. You have the cool stuff in California for sure. But yeah, I've never really been in that state. I went to New Orleans. Was cool when I went to New Orleans. I visited New Orleans. It was okay. New Orleans was cool to visit. But I feel like if I was a New Orleans resident, I don't know, maybe I would get annoyed a little bit, but because like all the tourists that you see, it was like Las Vegas a lot. But the houses of New Orleans was really pretty because we took a bus, Bianca, Queen Mother, and myself. We jumped on the local bus, and it like took us to where people have their houses. Beautiful houses, Victorian style houses, colonial style houses, beautiful architecture with the houses for sure. It's very expensive too in California, yeah. That's what I heard. California is like the New York, but it's the hotter part of New York a little bit, right? So yeah, New York is a great state, but like when people say it's like the best state ever, it's the best state ever, I guess, in terms of making a lot of money. If you got the job to do that, right? But then California, you got the Silicon Valley right there. You make a lot of money in California too, right? So yeah, it just depends, honestly. Depends. But yeah. Very cool to hear that there's other people who doesn't think it's the best state ever. Yeah. And the Peach State is cool. Like I said, I went to school in the Peach State. Like I said, I went to school in the Peach State. So the Peach State is cool to me. You just have to drive. If you live in the Peach State or if you ever decide to visit the Peach State, have money for either getting a rental car. If you don't have your license, have money to get Ubers. Take a lot of Ubers because everywhere you go in the Peach State, you're gonna need to take Ubers, right? You got the Coca-Cola factory, which is fun to visit. You got the Civil Rights Museum. Definitely recommend, if you ever visit the Peach State, visit the Civil Rights Museum. It is a very impactful museum to visit, guys. Yeah, I went there a few times in my school. Very important museum. Georgia Aquarium is pretty cool to visit as well. Hello, Rico. Hey, Cece, how are you doing today? Hey, Butterfly Kisses. Glad you could be here. What are we saying? It's just me for some reason in the chat. Well, shout out to you, King of the Weather. Sometimes what happens is, I know supporters, like, they just want to become quiet. They get tired of typing and etc. That is 100% okay, right? Shout out to the people who type in the chat and leave these comments and contribute to the engagement. I really do, appreciate y'all. But also shout out to the people who want to be silent viewers on the Uniquely Mia live stream and just want to sit back, relax, and see what we talk about without contributing your opinions. You guys are more than welcome equally. So really appreciate you guys. But yeah, the Peach State is a cool state. The Peach State has like the malls. I don't know. Shopping is in my blood, I guess. I gotta say, even if you don't go shopping, I just like going to malls sometimes. So the Peach State has some fun malls you can visit. They have like the really big malls as well. American Deli, get some buffalo wings. American Deli's really good. Yeah, what's your question for me? Get the blue cheese sauce with the buffalo wings. Top tier. Waffle House, get my waffle, my hash brown, my scrambled eggs from Waffle House. Very delicious. My grandmother loves Golden Corral. Golden Corral is good. Since I was a kid, I always loved their mac and cheese and their fried chicken, but their fried chicken runs out really quickly. People will literally be at Golden Corral and they'll be online for the fried chicken. So yeah, they have some cool stuff in the Peach State too, but yeah, but I feel like there's not as much to do, right? I like the Peach State because it's just like cool scenery that you see around you. Yeah. What are we saying? What's your question? Can you scream right now? No. But why do you want me to scream like King of the Weather acts? I'm connected to the mic. Hurt people's ears, and if you have hearing damage and you want to blame Uniquely Mia for it, no, you do not, because I did not contribute to that. So yeah. Hey, okay, thank you so much for liking the live stream, Cece. Really appreciate the support. Hello, Angel. Glad you could be here. Oh, snap, that fell down. Glad you could be here. How's everything going with you today? Hey, Nia. How are you doing today, Nia? I was adding polka dots to my nails, right? Oh my god, I just mentioned a little bit. That sucks, guys. It's okay. Question mark, King of the Weather. That's funny. Thank you so much for liking the live stream, Nia. Appreciate the support. How's everything going with you today? What are you guys planning on doing today? What are you planning on eating? I know King of the Weather said it was around 6 a.m. where they're at earlier, so too early to eat. Unless you've been awake for a while, then it's not too early to eat. Or unless you're hungry, it's not too early to eat either. Eat when you're hungry, guys. That's one thing we gotta remember. Society, at least modern day society, it tells us, Western culture tells us we need to eat 3 times a day. Only eat when you're hungry, because sometimes that idea of eating 3 times a day, it can cause you to overeat, right? Or it can cause you to undereat too, because some people need to eat more than 3 times a day. So just eat whenever you feel hungry, right? And sometimes you gotta identify, because sometimes our head will tell us we're hungry, but actually when we take our first bite, our stomach tells us, hey, you're not hungry? Stop eating when your stomach tells you you're hungry, because that just contributes to like you guys overeating if you push through it sometimes, right? Oh, it's 7:12 a.m. now? Okay, nice. So, been on for about an hour. Shout out to you, King of Weather, doing a great job as a moderator. The chat has definitely been quiet in terms of people who are saying negative things. So, shout out to you, King of Weather, and everybody else who's been on the stream for being respectful. I really do appreciate the support and the respectful communication. One thing about the Uniquely Mia live streams and channel, as always, I want you guys to be entertained when you come into contact with the Uniquely Mia content, right? But at the same time, we build life skills, and life skills are acquired by communicating respectfully, right? Sharing different opinions so we can all learn from each other, right? Thank you so much, Nia, for liking the stream. I really appreciate it. Hey, Roxy, how are you doing today? Hello, Sky Blue. Hey, Blessing. Glad you could be here. How's everything going? Hey, T Enterprise. It's so quiet except for me now. Yup, I am dual streaming as well. So shout out to you, King of Weather, for being on YouTube, and shout out to everyone who is on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Really means a lot. Hey, Unstoppable, it's so quiet except for me, meow. Hey, did Kamori take over King of the Weather, or do we still have you as our moderator? Are you and Kamori sharing the job of moderator status right now? What's happening? So, I just added some polka dots. Thank you so much, T Enterprise, for liking the live stream. Really appreciate the support. How are you doing today? Welcome back to all the returning supporters. I really do appreciate it. If you are a new viewer here, consider liking the video and subscribing and joining the Unique Lamia community. I have a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Professional Writing, Master's degrees in Public Administration and Criminal Justice, and I have travel videos, fashion videos, eat with me, technology videos, nail videos, hair videos, review videos, and a lot more on the channel. Thank you so much for reposting the live stream. I really do appreciate it. I'm also an author, so if you guys would like to check out my books, I have The Adventures of Unique Lamia from the USA to the Caribbean West Indies, which is now available on Amazon. The second installment will be releasing at the end of this year. If you guys also would like to purchase my coloring book to aid in your positivity and stress reduction, it's called Unique Lamia's Coloring Book. The link to my coloring book is found by going to my bio of both my TikTok and YouTube channel and clicking links, and a link will take you directly to Amazon, guys. So, yeah. Would love to know what are you guys planning on doing today. What's the weather like where you guys are at? Hey, Kamori. Kamori said, back to me. Okay, well, Kamori was doing a great job as a moderator, King of the Weather. You and Kamori are sharing the job of moderator status. So Kamori's a very intelligent cat, King of the Weather. Very knowledgeable one. Okay. So that's why I say sometimes my nails is like a 2-day process, guys, because sometimes I just add other touches to it or something. Thank you, T Enterprise. You are not the first person to tell me that, actually. Perhaps one day you'll hear Uniquely Mia's voice on a radio or TV. Because you guys, that's you're not the first person to tell me that I have a nice voice for a radio / TV voice. So it's really funny to hear that. I remember when I was younger, my mom sent me to a summer camp. I got to do horseback riding. I got to do learn how to play the drums. I did the trapeze. It was really fun. And when I did that, they had a segment where I was able to pretend to be a radio co-host, and that was really fun to do. So that was the first person to tell me I have a good voice to do that radio thingy when I was at the summer camp. And then after that, when I started doing the live streams and etc. and posting the videos, people were like, Mia, you got a cool voice, right? To do that. So perhaps one day an opportunity will present itself, or perhaps we'll make a podcast. You guys have been requesting that Queen Mother and myself actually do a podcast for you guys, so it's all in preparation for that, guys. I can see it. Criminal justice talks, and then we expand to have Queen Mother included. Life talks with Queen Mother and Unique Lamia, sharing our differing opinions from the different decades. I might trigger my mom with my opinions. She would definitely trigger me with some of her opinions. Let's add Gran in the mix, man. It will be crazy. That'd be so funny. I can just see it. We got the boomer generation. I think Gran's a boomer. And then we got Gen Y. I think my mom's a Gen Y. And then we got Gen Z. And then we can add J in with the skibbity toilet. No, J is actually a Gen Z. We're part of the same generation, my nephew and myself. When I learned that, I was like, what in the world? What do you mean my nephew and myself are part of the same generation? For the longest time, I thought my nephew was a Gen Alpha. It's actually kind of weird. I'm the early Gen Z, and my nephew is the later Gen Z. He literally met the cutoff by the last 2 years of being Gen Z. So that's actually funny when I think about it. Maybe that's why he don't want to listen to me sometimes. It's funny. But yeah. Bianca's not that opinionated, so she can't be in it. She really doesn't share her opinions much. So, yeah, she'll just be the person who's at the table or on the podcast just quiet looking at people while we talk. Because she's not that opinionated, guys. It's funny sometimes. So, yeah. What are we saying? Hey, M to W, how you doing? Hey, Lee. King of Leather said a person was found unconscious at the Fred Meyer here in my area. That sounds Meyer? That sounds like Michael Myers, man. I watch too much horror movies. But glad the person was they were found unconscious, so that means are they okay now, King of Leather? Hopefully that means they're okay, right? I mean, obviously when they were found unconscious, they were not okay, but since they were found, hopefully they're okay now, right? So yeah, these are the nails. I don't know if you can see it. It's like green. I did use green, so I use a lighter green as the base, and then I use darker green as the polka dots. And for here, it is a blue base with green polka dots. So the colors do blend together. I didn't even know that it would blend, but it's blending together on camera when I try and show you guys, but for me it's not. I'm growing out my nails, in the process of growing out my nails. Most of my nails broke. For 2 of them, I did bite them off. So it's the air. So I have to get back to moisturizing my nails. It's summertime. Well, summer is fast approaching, so I think my nails should grow a lot faster in the summer. It's much harder to take care of your nails in the cold because cold air makes your nails stiff and brittle. So as long as I am consistent with my nail care routine, right, and growing out my nails will grow back out a lot faster, I think, in the summertime. And I want to experiment with cocoa oil or cocoa butter and see if that helps growing out my nails. So we shall see. It's all about experimentation with the nail growth process. Hey, T-Dot King! How are you doing today, T-Dot King? How's everything going with you, dude? It's been a while since you've been on a stream. It's Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia T-Dot, and you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. So I have a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Professional Writing, Master's degrees in Public Administration and Criminal Justice. Glad you're doing good today, T-Dot. What are you doing today, T-Dot? What did you eat for breakfast? Queen Mother made me a turkey sandwich. Hey, Lena. How are you doing today, Lena? Glad you could be here. Nice headpiece. What headpiece? Oh, my hat? Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a beret. When I was in Paris, bonjour, Paris, France, I got a beret. So, yeah. It's cool. But I had a turkey sandwich for breakfast. As I said, today I'll be going outside, going to the movies. So that's fun. My go-to snack is nachos and cheese. What's your go-to movie snack? Everybody let me know. But yeah, I did my nails on stream. We had some breakfast on stream. Had a chat session on stream. So yeah, if anybody has any other comments, questions, concerns, feel free to type it. I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm thinking about some stuff that we could talk about that could extend the live stream a little bit. Yeah, just thinking I see. Kate Weather said, I have 2 blankets. Okay, the Virgin Mary of, I don't want to say the last one because I know I will butcher the pronunciation, but that's pretty cool, King of the Weather. Okay, so you know your religion and you're diving headfirst into it, which is pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. Welcome. I don't see your username. I see a photo though. But glad you could be here today. How's everything going with you? Huh? I think Stu texted me. He meant to text my mom. You know, he got texts that are just out of context. So I think he meant to text my mom. None said, what did you learn on your European trip about religion compared to America? Compared to America, before I say this, I need to put a disclaimer that I haven't been in much churches in America that I remember going in, obviously when I was younger. So when I'm on vacation, I do touristy things, and one of the touristy things are to visit churches. So I don't know if American churches do architecture like Europe does architecture, right? But one thing I did learn was that going into the church that we did in Europe, they put a lot of time, effort, and detail into the architecture of the churches. They were magnificent buildings. It was beautiful buildings, right? But most importantly for me, and I did post a video about it, I did full length short from a YouTube video, and I also did do a TikTok short about it, right? We went to 2 different churches in Paris, and the first church we went to, it was predominantly not a lot of diversity. The architecture was beautiful, the artwork was beautiful, but the figures were still blue-eyed, blonde-haired people. But another church we went into in Paris was in Notre Dame, and Notre Dame, and that is the it church, the it cathedral in Paris, guys. And they had black people, they had Indian people, they had white people, they had Arabic people represented in the artwork, which was so amazing. So compared to America, I would make the assumption and say that European churches, they're more fair and they just show the story what it's like, right? Because in America, you go into church in America, whether it's a black church or a white church, they got all the white figures represented, right? And like, as I always say, when it comes to religion, race isn't important. Like, race doesn't matter in religion, but it's more so your belief and you internalize it. But at the same time, race is important in religion because it provides, when you have the representation is very important. That's why there's always advocacy for more diversity in places, because when people have representation, particularly from a criminal justice perspective, when you have representation among youths, particularly youths who often commit crimes, that, hey, somebody looks like me is not committing a crime, somebody who looks like me is not successful, that's a positive deterrent, right? You have positive social bonds. So the same thing with religion. When you see religion and when you see religious figures who are black, who are brown, right, and who's just not white-haired, not blonde-haired and blue-eyed, that's positive representation, to reiterate what you know. And that's what the European trip showed me, right? Showed me that one day we're going to Africa for sure, and we're going to some African churches, right, and we're going to see what representation they have there, right? Because if that was Europe, I can only imagine what Africa would have, right? Because it's only America that has this bubble around things, I feel like, right? Hey everybody, glad you could be here. So it was really cool. And the architecture was just so much more amazing, right? Obviously, T-Dot said, I got a 4 on my test. 4 is the highest grade you can get. 4 is above and beyond. Congratulations, T-Dot. That's really amazing. Jazz hands to you. That's great. Continue to study, continue to work hard so you could do that for all your other exams you have in the future. Don't worry, this is just one. Celebrate the success, but you got a lot more to do. Alrighty, but that's amazing, T-Dot. Congratulations. I'm sure your mom and all your family members are really, really proud of you, T-Dot, so that's amazing. Hello. What's your name? Librat? Hey, Librat, how are you doing today? Hey, Nick, where's Mom? Mom is somewhere. I don't know where she at right now, but she's somewhere. She's on Earth, planet Earth somewhere. But yeah, how are you doing today, Nick? Glad you could be here. Oh, you were the one yesterday who was trying to rage bait my mom. So yeah. Hey, Nun. Okay, Nun said congratulations to you. Yes, that's amazing. What law school did you choose? Who said I was choosing law school? I was accepted into a PhD program already. I am not sharing the name of the school just for safety reasons, and if you guys figure out what school I'm going to, I ask that you guys, as my supporters, do not share that information with the public, with my supporters on social media, because if I wanted a vast majority of y'all to know what school I was attending, I would willingly share that information already. So yeah, going to a PhD program in criminal justice. So yeah, I'll be a criminal justice researcher, professor, contributing to new knowledge, etc. Righty? So yeah, and just because somebody shows you something, that doesn't mean that they are going to that program, right? So that's a great learning opportunity right here, right? So well, if you're thinking about going to law school, shouldn't you know this already though? Okay, never mind, sorry. So you said that's how I found you. Thank you so much for finding me on the Unique Lumia channel. Really appreciate it. I do hope the CUNY School of Law tour was helpful for you, but I'm making the assumption if you were planning to go to law school in the future and you've studied for the LSAT or you're studying for the LSAT, you are aware that just because somebody shows you something doesn't mean they are going down that route, right? So perception is everything. But yeah, I have toured different law schools in the past, just similar to how I have toured PhD schools and etc. And I do share the different tours that I go on. So yeah, hopefully watching the CUNY tour was very helpful for you. That's why I made it, and that's why I made the video public, because I knew people were curious to see. In the future, those videos with me touring schools, people watch a lot of those videos, right? So I will definitely be making more in the future, right? I can just go to schools for free and tour them for free. So if you guys would like me to tour NYU Law School for you guys, if you would like me to tour, I don't know, what other schools are there in New York? I forgot the name of some of these schools in New York. But if you guys would like me to tour any other schools for you guys in New York, let me know. When I have free time, I can make a free tour, make some videos about it for you guys, and show you guys the school. So, alrighty, but like the video, subscribe to see what Unique Lumia does in the future. Alrighty, guys? Hello, Razul. Glad you could be here. How is everything going with you today? Glad you could be here. I'm Unique Lumia, also known as Mia, and you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness on the Unique Lumia channel. As I said, so yeah. Glad you guys could be here. So, as I said, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and professional writing, master's degrees in public administration and criminal justice, and I show what my life is like. I got fashion videos, travel videos, eat with me, technology videos, and a lot more. And at its core, I am hopefully motivating you guys to be your positive and unique self, right? In addition to one day being able to pay off my student loan debt via social media. So shout out to my YouTube community. I am already monetized on YouTube, so all proceeds made on YouTube goes in its own separate account. I really appreciate my YouTube community. Thank you so much. And shout out to TikTok. I really appreciate your support on TikTok. Continue to share the Uniquely Mia channel out to your friends, to your family members on TikTok, right? So you can get to 10K followers and we can monetize on TikTok as well. Hello, Miss. Glad you could be here. You love that? Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, because you know what? It's like there are some people, they will go and they will get degrees. And as you can see, I have a lot of degrees, right? So people will go get these degrees and then they will be like, and they'll worry about how they're going to pay off the student loan debt, right? And they'll sit down and they'll complain about it and they won't try to do anything to pay off the student loan debt, right? You hear the success stories that people have on social media with them making a ridiculous amount of money where they can pay off their student loan debt or they can live this lavish lifestyle, right? Am I at that point in time yet? Am I there yet? No, I'm not there yet. But the income that I make on YouTube, it's more money than I had prior to me monetizing on YouTube, right? So that's why I just use the income to pay off to make it go towards paying off my student loan debt. So thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for reposting the live stream and liking the live stream. I really do appreciate the support already. So yeah. What are you saying? Some people have been joining the chat. Exactly. Shout out to you guys who are on YouTube and TikTok. I am dual streaming on both YouTube and TikTok, right? So, yeah. So, shout out to you guys who are on and who's hopping in and out of the streams. I do hope you guys have a positive, amazing day today. I would love to know what are you guys planning on doing today if you're comfortable sharing. If you guys have a question, comment, concern, feel free to type in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you guys. Alrighty. So, like I said, I will be going outside today. When I go outside, I'll try and do a live stream for you guys depending on what we're doing. Like I said, I like to make my live streams at least 30 minutes to an hour long. So if we're doing something, you're like, and I say, you know what? I don't think this live stream could be that long. I'll just record content for like a YouTube Shorts and a TikTok Shorts for you guys. But excuse me, if I'm doing something that seems very lengthy, I'll try and do a live stream. For TikTok, unfortunately, I have two phones, yes, but I'm only able to live stream on both phones when I am in the house in the Uniquely Mia studio. So if you are a TikTok supporter and you would like to see if I do a spontaneous live stream today, tomorrow, or any other day in the week, definitely consider going over to my YouTube channel at Uniquely Mia and subscribing to me there. Hey, Pretty K, how are you doing? Hey, Lanier, glad you could be here. Good morning, Grand Rising to you. Welcome back. Yes, we have returned back to America. How's everything going with you today, Lanier? I really appreciate the support. Glad you could be here. As you know, we were on a European adventure, and it was really fun, really amazing, but alas, we had to return back to America. So if you guys would like to see what we did on the European adventure, definitely go and check out those fully nutritional YouTube videos. I do have some videos on TikTok, but if you're a TikTok supporter and you want more long form content about what we did in Europe, definitely go to my YouTube channel at Uniquely Mia, click playlist, and watch my European tour playlist videos. Okay, you're doing good. Glad you're doing good today, Lanier. Very nice. What is your plans for today? What are you planning on doing today? I'm going to the movies today. For breakfast, as I said, I had a turkey sandwich. And then I also did touch up my nails a little bit. I added like some polka dots to it and a top coat. I mostly decided to add a touch up to it because it was smudged. So your nails smudged, guys, when you don't let your nails dry 100%. So you'll fall asleep and you wake up and it'll have bumps in it. So that's what happened with me. Or I can't even talk. Why can't I talk? This is what happens when you talk a lot. You get tongue tied. Okay. It's your nail polish smudges either when you apply your nail polish too thick, right? Or you don't let your nails dry properly. And thank you so much, Pretty K, for liking the live stream. I really appreciate it. So what happened with me is like, one, I feel like for this hand, yes, I didn't let it dry 100%, but something else that could have happened, it was probably applied too thick. This is why having long nails, like people always tell you, sometimes they'll tell you that having short nails makes your manicures so much more easy to apply or to do your manicure. I don't agree with that statement. I think that having long nails makes it much easier for you to apply nail polish on your nails because you have a free edge, and when you have a free edge, you really don't have to worry about painting on your skin. All you have to worry about is like the side of your nails. However, with the short nails, you got my skin right here, right? And you don't want nail polish on your fingertips, right? So that's why I always advocate for growing out your long natural nails because I like long natural nails, and it's just much more easier to do that. But short nails are fun for a while, I guess, so I'm gonna time myself. I'm making the assumption, guys, that we're in April. Okay. By the third week in May, my nails should be pretty long. By the third week in May. Third week in May. Because it's growing out now. Like this one right here, it's already pretty long, kind of. So, third week in May. Should be good. But welcome. Jen, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. How's everything going with you? Okay. Glad you guys could be here. Does anybody have any other comments, questions, or concerns for me? Be more than happy to answer it for y'all. So yeah, let's see what's happening with you guys. Hey, Kamori. I was singing the Jeopardy music. Glad you can be here, Kamori. Kamori has definitely been a guest star on the Unique Lumia channel. Yes, Kamori's taken over. And if you guys don't know who Kamori is, they are King of the Weather's cat, right? So it's a very intelligent cat, Kamori, because Kamori is also taking time out of their day from being cat to being the Unique Lumia moderator as well. So Kamori is doing an awesome job. Yeah, does anybody have any other comments, questions, or concerns for me? Be more than happy to answer it for y'all. One thing I noticed too, which is pretty cool, TikTok is summarizing what we're talking about as we're going through the chat. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that. If you're on YouTube, you haven't seen it. But as I've been responding to some of these comments on TikTok, guys, that like when people like write comments and when I respond, it provides summaries, which is interesting. So they're trying to make it a little more accessible, which is pretty cool. Kamori said back to me. Okay, back to you. Alrighty, so we don't have any other comments, questions, or concerns at this point in time. So I think I might go ahead and end the live stream here. Like I said, I'll try and do another live stream later on, but that's more so going to be a spontaneous one just on YouTube. Alrighty, guys. So special shout out to King of the Weather. You're a great moderator. What's my favorite song? I don't have a favorite song, but what's a song that I listen to a lot? I haven't listened to music recently, but Most Girls is good. Glad you could be here. That's a good one. Oh, hey, Cats, Gigi Cat. Glad you could be here. Also, this cat's a Pokemon. Oh, no, you didn't get a notification. I've been live streaming for 107 minutes and 50 seconds. So I feel like a little over an hour. Yeah, an hour and like 7 minutes. But glad you could be here. Cats. How are you doing today? What are your plans looking like? I don't understand why YouTube didn't notify. I thought YouTube was much better at providing notifications because I didn't live stream for a while. So that sucks, man. But yeah, I like music. Yeah, music is good. I love music too, Raphael. But like, when I was at school, I listened to music more often when I was at the gym. But then, like, I live stream at the gym, and then like I lose my headphones a lot. So yeah, but I like Most Girls is a good song. Like I want to say, I guess it is one of my favorite songs because I guess I always listen to it on my playlist when I do go to the gym or when I listen to music after. So that's a good one. Hey Alicia, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. What are we saying? Read that. Oh, you didn't get a notification? Oh, so you were just on the YouTube area, King of the Letter. Oh, okay. but it's okay. You're here now, cats. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Listen, we did eat breakfast on stream. I had a turkey sandwich with some cheese and some lettuce. So just a sandwich style breakfast, which was pretty good. You can't live without music. Raphael said country music is making a big comeback. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know that. I have to see what some new country music songs. Oh, yeah, cats. You just reminded me of being on the stream. I will email you sometime this weekend to get your information about the giveaway item that you won. And for all the other supporters, stay tuned for information on how you can win a keychain. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to write it down, actually. Okay, I wrote it down. Yeah, country music is cool. Yeah. I mean, I've heard the country music that I've heard, it's more so maybe Miley Cyrus country music. I guess I haven't listened to true country music then. You love the French outfit. Thank you so much. Yeah, the beret is very fun. Fun to wear. I always did like berets. I remember when I was younger, I used to go to like Aldo. That was they still have Aldo, but like I used to get all my handbags from Aldo because they always used to have a special. You get like 2 for $50. So I used to get my handbags a lot from there. But then I also got berets from Aldo, which was cool. And then when we went to Paris, Queen Mother, she bought it. It was pretty affordable. I think it was 3 for €10, which was like $11. So it wasn't too bad of a price, I don't think. Mia, let's have a good fashion sense. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I just throw together an outfit. Sometimes I put an outfit together. I'm like, yeah, maybe not. So yeah, this is a very neutral colored outfit. It is 40 degrees in New York, so I want it to be comfy, but I also want it to be warm. So it's just jeans and a shirt. I will say, the jeans that I'm wearing, I got them from H&M in Amsterdam. They're very comfortable. This is like the 5th time I'm wearing these jeans, guys. If they had more, I should have gotten more. But they're like the perfect length, and jeans are never the perfect length for me. So these jeans are the perfect length, and they're very, very comfy to wear. So I've been wearing them a lot, guys. What are you saying? Kat said another streamer I watch who streams almost every day isn't getting notifications now either. Yeah, you did tell me that yesterday, I think, or a day before in the stream. So wow, I didn't know it was affecting me. So I guess now it's affecting me. I don't know what YouTube is doing. I can reach out to them one more time. I know in the past I've reached out to them a lot. Hey, how are you doing, Shamika? I reached out to YouTube a lot in the past, and they've just told me that like I was posting too much. So I'll reach out again and see what they're saying. But I don't know. It's like when YouTube fixes one issue, guys, a new problem arises. That's what it looks like. Okay, contact YouTube. Alright, one thing I will say, try and make sure that the app is updated too, because I remember when my YouTube app was glitching a lot sometimes, my app wasn't updated. So since I've updated the YouTube app, it hasn't been glitching as much, because like this is like the 3rd stream I've done since being back in America. Even in Europe, my live stream didn't glitch. When I was doing my live streams, like it was bad quality, right? And it would freeze, but it never glitched me out of the app. My problem in Europe was more so with the internet connection. So I think YouTube has fixed that problem that I was having in the past. So now this is the new one where you guys are not getting notifications. Kiwanda said I can snap. What is that, like Snapchat? Okay, be safe. Remember, on any social media platform you're on, practice the same safety guidelines that Uniquely Mia recommends, which is not sharing your first name, middle name, last name. Do not share your address that you live in. Do not share the address you live at. If you're comfortable sharing the state that you live in, feel free to do that, but don't share your school name if you're not comfortable doing that, right? If you're a minor, do not share your school name, period, right? Don't share your phone number, your email address, etc. for YouTube safety guidelines, and take that safety guidelines and implement it on any other social media platform that you guys are on already. I want you guys to be safe. Ground goals. What's ground goals? Oh, like snap with your fingers. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Katz asks Mia, do you notice a difference between the different nail polish? I actually did. Which one is it? This one is much softer. And I know that's like Mia, really, it's softer, but I promise you guys, like, you can tell when nail polish is soft. Nail Aid, the same brand, they have a gel like shine top coat. I love that polish because, like, anytime I use it as a top coat, it makes my nails so ridiculously soft. So one thing I've noticed about this so far is the main difference. It dries much softer and smoother compared to the Sapphire, and this is the 10 quick nail salon hacks. For like the longevity of it and everything else, I will have to like obviously wait like a few more days until I can see if it starts to chip and etc. But that's basically it so far that I've noticed. It's just very soft, and I think it's because they I guess they put the same mixture that they did to make it like the gel like, similar to like, since they did say it has a gel like shine, I think they put the same mixture in it like they did for the polish that I really like. Let me see what it says. Yeah, it said it's shinier like gel, so they did do that, and it's a base coat and a top coat. And then this one, the blue one, the Sapphire, it's just supposed to strengthen thin nails. They said it's supposed to provide a shine too. They're both equally shiny in my... Oh no. This one, the 10 quick salon... the 10... What's the name of it? 10 quick salon nail hacks. It's more reflective, so I guess it's a little more shinier too. Kat said, oh yeah, it took a while to learn how to snap. Yeah. Yup. It's like whistling too. That took a while. But like I knew how to snap when I was younger. I kind of forgot. But I guess it's coming back a little bit. But it's kind of painful. I don't know. Why does it hurt my finger to snap? I don't know. Because I was snapping. I'm like, that kind of hurts. My fingers weren't fast enough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. And then you got to, like, get, like, the right texture. That's so weird. But, like, you got to, like, hold your fingers. And your fingers have to be able to stick to one each other to, like, snap properly, I feel like. Yes. By soft, I mean how it feels. Yes. So when I touch it, it feels soft. So yeah. Yeah. Because at its core, it's supposed to make my nails hard. So my nails are now growing out. Like it's really short at this time. So I won't really tell if it's actually working to harden my nails until it grows back out. So yeah, but it makes my nails feel soft. And like sometimes you'll just be sitting down and I touch my nail bed. So like when I touch my nails, it's like, oh, this is a noticeable difference. I actually don't know the price caps because they sent me these products, so I didn't have to buy them. So I would actually have to Google to see the prices, but on average, because I've bought other nail products from Nail Aid, on average, the price is between $4 to $5 for nail polish from Nail Aid. So it is expensive, right? It is pretty expensive for nail polish. However, I will say one bottle, historically in the past, has lasted me a really long time. It has lasted me maybe so if I were to buy a bottle for like the start of summer, like in May, by August, it'll probably be finished or close to finishing. Yeah, they sent it to me, which is pretty cool, right? And it's so funny because like I remember I was in the airport, like literally in the airport going to Europe. I opened TikTok and I was like, who just texted me? And Nail Aid literally sent me like a private message and they're like, hey Mia, we saw that you have been like tagging us and like we want to send you some stuff. So that was really cool. So like, and when we were in Europe, Bianca was like, oh, she got a package, so the package was delivered. So that's how I do. They actually were serious and they sent the stuff, so it was pretty cool, honestly. So yeah, first free PR, guys. So PR merch. So yeah, that's why like I'm adamant. I'm gonna give an honest review, right? I'm gonna give an honest review about it for you guys because yeah, like I like the brand. So even though I'm not gonna let my bias with me liking the brand diminish honest review for you guys. So yeah, so I'm going to update you guys and make sure to tell you if it actually works or not. What are you saying? King of Weather, have you told your girlfriend about the Uniquely Mia channel? Oh, you have a girlfriend, King of the Weather? Okay. Really cool for you if you're happy about it. Very cool. What do you got? What's happening? Oh wait, congrats, that's awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really cool. Kat said nail polish now, MacBook Pro later. Like for real, right? It's so funny because when I opened the package for the stuff and Queen Mother saw how much items was in the box, she's like, you need to start tagging Apple and all that. But you know what happens with Apple though? Because Apple be sending the influencers, like the most random influencers items. Like Apple will send somebody who has like 1,000 supporters, 1,000,000 supporters, 500,000 supporters items, right? But I think they just send them the stuff, right? Like, because those people, anytime you go to their social media page, they have like a PO box. So I feel like brands just randomly send people stuff. Not every brand is gonna do what Nail Aid did, right? And just private message me. So one day perhaps we'll get a PO box, but I think that's what happens with Apple. I think they just randomly send the influencer stuff. Even some people like in New York, like there's a pop-up event in New York, right? And some influencers have said they got invited the day before to go to the pop-up event for free, right? Obviously pop-ups are free, pop-up events are free, but those influencers or social media content creators, they just got invited to go before so they don't have to stand in a long line. And I saw one of those videos yesterday, and the person who they invited had like 1,000 supporters. Right? I got more than that on YouTube and TikTok. So I'm like, why didn't you invite Uniquely Mia? But I feel like those people, I have to figure out, they're either on a list where the brands email them, or they either have like their information in the bio or something. Because brands just be randomly inviting people, but it's just random sometimes. What are we saying? Kat said, oh wait, how much stuff did Nail Aid send? So they sent 4 nail polishes. I did give one to Bianca because it was mailed to her. And then they also sent this. So about 6 items in total, which is pretty good. So the value is probably $100 what they sent me. Or not 100, maybe like 80. No. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, and then like maybe $10 for this. So maybe 30. I upcharged a little bit. I don't know why I upcharged. So it's probably like $30. What happened? So it's probably $30. $40 they upcharge for stuff. The value of it. So it's pretty cool, honestly. Pretty cool. But like I said, it is expensive. So yeah. But that's why I do recommend this product. If you guys have tried this before or not, I always recommend this product you guys try. The 3-Day Grow is pretty good. And these two are the new ones that I'm trying. This one, like I said, I have to give it a second go once my cuticles actually grow out, because all it did for me yesterday was make my nails like really, really soft. It didn't really soften the cuticle, right? So yeah, but nail polish is better than thing. And don't buy nail growth serums, I will say. They don't have nail growth serums in Nail Aid brand, but if you find a brand that's trying to sell you nail growth serum, guys, I would never recommend you buy that, right? Particularly if it's like cuticle oil or something like that, because you can just use baby oil. Like, you can use lotion, you can use olive oil that you have in your house, right? So any brand that tells you, oh, they have cuticle oil that will grow out your nails, I don't think that'll work, right? So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. But it's pretty cool, actually. But what are we saying? Kat said, I think those small creators are management companies, okay, who already work with the popular creators, so they invite less popular creators just because they're management company. Okay, that makes sense, actually, because yeah, sometimes you'll see that, like, some people have like 1,000 supporters, which is a lot of people, but like they get invited to a whole bunch of different things, and then there's me, who, has a lot of supporters too, but it's like, why don't I get invited too, right? So that makes sense that they have like a management company, I guess, who has the connections. Like I said, connections is everything for people, right? So yeah. Kat said, but those management companies also, take some of the YouTube money. So yeah, exactly, right? If a management company were to take the income I make off of YouTube, I'm like, I make a lot now that I made before I was monetized, but like, really, they would not get a lot. Hey Hallie, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Hey John Ray, how's everything going with you today? Glad you could be here. Glad you could be here. It's Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and y'all are welcome on the channel for your positivity and uniqueness. Would love to know, what are you planning on doing today? As I said, I will be going outside today. I try to live stream on outside, but in case I'm unable to live stream when I'm outside today, decided to do a morning stream for you guys. So this is just a chat with me session. If you guys got a question, comment, concern, feel free to type it. I'll be more than happy to answer it. Want to get my opinion on something, etc. I'm more than happy to answer y'all. But in this live stream, we had some breakfast together. We did a touch up on the manicure. We just added like some polka dots to our nails, and then spoke about a few different things. So yeah, as I said, I have this jam in front of me. I have to get a piece of bread and I have to try the jam, because this jam is straight from Paris when we went to Correct. If you guys haven't seen my YouTube Shorts video or TikTok Shorts about Correct, definitely check it out. When you guys visit Paris, if that's one of your goals, I do recommend that you guys visit Correct. They're on the expensive side for hot chocolate and some pastries, but you really go for the hot chocolate. It's really, 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 really good, guys. And you get strawberry jam when you order like toast and stuff, and they put it in this pretty bottle, which is pretty tiny. But I said the bottle was tiny. This is like more than one serving actually, because I would just use a little bit. You can eat those with peanut butter, probably strawberry jam and peanut butter. That sounds interesting. Kat said also the YouTubers, okay, in the management companies, are under strict contract, okay, where they have to post a certain amount of shorts or videos a day. Wow. But they also have more networking opportunities, give and take. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad, I guess. Well, if you think about it, because it depends too, like how fast is that networking company going to help that individual grow, and is it guaranteed like natural, real supporters, right? Because some people talk about bots and stuff. I don't get it though. Some people be buying supporters, like, and they buy robots. I'm like, how in the world do you buy a supporter? Like, at the end of the day, I don't see how that can work out to be beneficial for the creator. Because let's say people buy supporters and it's just robots they're buying to make their numbers go up, right? And then what if the bots are not going to watch your videos, so that doesn't really equate to like you making an income off of social media. You're just growing for the numbers of it. So that's interesting to me, how people do that. But I guess the reason why they do it is because I guess it's the algorithm. The more supporters you have, the more likely the algorithm is to push out your video, so it'll just automatically lead to like real people watching your videos more often. I guess that's how to think about it then, but I'm not sure. Kat said, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, okay, about this. Okay, some are good, some aren't. Okay, you also get treated differently if you're a big creator versus a small creator, and there's a hierarchy. Yeah, I've heard that one too. Yeah, it's like I was on TikTok like, I don't know, 2 years ago, I feel like, and Coachella, like the festival, they have the music festival. I remember there was a supporter on TikTok who was at Coachella, and she was invited to an event, like a after party event or a before party event, and she said she left the event because they literally had designated lines for people depending on how many supporters you have, right? And she was a creator where she could have gone into like the line that had like the millions of supporters line, but she said she didn't like that, so she left, which is crazy to me, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's like I guess it makes sense when you think about it, because like the company, they want to treat the people better. They want to treat people better depending if they have more followers, because I guess if they have a bad review, more people will hear about it. But at the end of the day, it's still all humans, right? Still all humans regardless of how many supporters a person has, right? So you should treat everybody the same way. Everybody should get the same treatment. But it's just crazy to me that, like you said, Cats, there are brands who will do that. You heard about her? Yeah, I think her name is Rhea. I know it's an R. Forgot. I do follow her on TikTok though. She makes some cool content. But yeah, but that was crazy when I heard that one. Kat said also, if you go to certain events, there's only particular rooms and products you can get access to. Wow, I didn't even know it went that far. That's crazy. Wow. But wow, that's crazy. But I will tell you guys some advice from Uniquely Mia, what I've noticed. If you go to a foreign country, or if you just go, not even a foreign country, but if you go anywhere, like particularly a restaurant, record. They don't like literally record, because they will treat you so much better. They will like make sure that they're presenting the food nicely. Though if they're making a sandwich and you're recording, I feel like they put more meat in the sandwich if you're recording. If you're getting your hair done, make sure you record and make sure they know you're recording. Sometimes it'll work out in your favor, sometimes it won't. But I think people treat you better when they see that you're recording, but you're recording in terms of saying, hey guys, we're going to do a review of this place, right? Because I remember, once again, it's happened numerous times, but more recently when we were in Paris, we went to Corette, right? We went to Corette, and we sat inside because it was cold outside, guys, and Bianca wanted like a white tablecloth for like the pictures and the videos, right? So we asked the waitress, hey, can we get a tablecloth? And the waitress was like, oh, you can only get a tablecloth if you order eggs or if you sit outside. So we weren't going to sit outside, right? But we also weren't going to order eggs because they wanted to charge like 30 euros for some scrambled eggs and like toast. So my mom was like, she's not ordering eggs for 30 euros because that works out to be like $33 for some scrambled eggs and toast, right? But you know what I did? I had my phone. My phone was out on the table, like it always is when I'm in restaurants, and I had like a recording going. And I told the phone, I was like, "Hey guys, we're at Corette's. We actually can't get a tablecloth because if we want a tablecloth, we would have to order eggs and or sit outside." And I told them the price of the eggs to my phone. You know what happened? Not even a minute later, the waitress came back and she put a tablecloth on the table. Why? Because she didn't know how many supporters I had on social media, and that was a little bit, I guess that review would have been a little bit negative, right, if she didn't, because what do you mean you need eggs to get a tablecloth, right? So they didn't want that bad news on them, right, since Corette was a place where they have a lot of positive reviews, right? So more of the story, when you're in public, just record randomly, right? I mean, they don't know how many supporters you have, right? And you could just delete the video after. You never have to post it, right? So yeah. But in the past, like I've gotten sandwiches. I've been recording. I think they put extra like turkey or chicken in the sandwich when I record. I have to pull out sometimes because too much meat, right? But service is much better sometimes when you record. Kat said, they also get different quality rooms. Wow, at brand trips, sometimes even different hotels from other creators. That's crazy. I didn't know it was all that. Now with the brand trips, I wouldn't complain personally. Like, you guys want to fly myself and Queen Mother out to, like, I don't know, Bali, Dubai, California for a brand trip? Put us in a different hotel. I mean, as long as it's not a rundown hotel. Like, we could do 4-star, we could do 5-star, right? So, yeah, I mean, like, at that point in time, that's crazy to me, right, that they have the different hotels. But, like, at the end of the day, if it's a free trip and all you want me to do is make content for you, I'll do that. Like, I'll do that one. That one's fine for me. But, like, it's like that. But it's still crazy. It still is crazy. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, not Dubai. I keep forgetting about Dubai, cats. Yes, I dance too much. You're right. I dance too much. I can't go to Dubai until they change the rules, man. Oh, come on, man. Dubai didn't need to change the rules. Because what do you mean? You go to jail for dancing. I'm not doing that. Good morning, Sanzu. Grand rising to you. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness on the channel. How's everything going with you today? Glad you could be here on this channel. I have fashion videos, travel videos, live streams, eat with me's, nail videos, hair videos, and a lot more. So yeah, it's just a chat session. Excuse me. This live stream, that's what happens with live stream. It really passes the time too because we gotta go outside soon. I'm looking at the time. So the live stream will have to end soon, whether I want it to or not. But as always, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to type it and I'll be more than happy to answer it. I'm listening. I don't think it's raining, guys. Kind of happy about that. Because literally the weather app said it's supposed to rain 100% today. What do you mean it's supposed to rain 100% today? But it seems pretty quiet outside. Unless it's drizzling, because I wouldn't be able to hear the drizzles, guys. Hey, Alexis, how are you doing today? Glad you could be here. I had a roommate whose name was Alexis. They would make a lot of noise in the middle of the night. Like a ridiculous amount of noise in the middle of the night, guys. King of the Weather said, oh man, they still follow me on social media too. So they're probably on the stream now. Hopefully you're doing good. But you did make a lot of noise. Didn't make a lot of noise. So yeah. King of Leather said, I have $175 sweater, but I bought it at the thrift store for $25 and I still wear it. That's a good deal, King of the Leather. That's a really good deal right there. Okay, shout out to you for thrifting and knowing how to like find good quality and expensive pieces on a budget, right? That's really, really cool. Okay, very nice, very nice. What color is it? Is it like a colorful sweater? Is it more so like a neutral color sweater, etc.? Yeah, AI is listening to me talk because I'm on TikTok, right? I'm streaming on TikTok as well, guys. And there were no new comments on TikTok. However, AI provided like an AI summary where it's telling us we're discussing student loan debt, sharing the life, nail care, and then it also said we're discussing brands, gifting, and influencer contracts. Share your thoughts. So AI listens to you. And if you guys know, there was a government official, Edward Snowden, right? I was probably just flagged by the FBI for saying that. I am a graduate student. I mean, I'm no longer a graduate student. I have a master's degree, right? For the AI FBI agent watching this right now. I'm only talking about it to educate people. If you guys would like to hire Uniquely Me to work at the FBI, I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. Alrighty. The clock. Oh no, the clocket is gone, cats. Oh my gosh, not the clocket being gone. That sucks, man. But thank you so much for sending a golden coin. Really appreciate it. It came up and it was cool. So I guess the golden coin is the new clocket. I did like the clocket. The clocket was really cool. The jazz hands to you, cats. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. All income goes in its own separate account. Thank you so much for sending the makeup brush. Really appreciate it. Jazz hands to you, cats. I really appreciate your generous donation on the Uniquely Me live stream. Thank you so much for your donation. Hearts to you, jazz hands to you. And thank you everyone for being on the stream and for donating your time and energy for being here. It really, 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 really means a lot. So jazz hands to everyone and hearts to everyone. Thank you guys so much for your generous donation. Really appreciate it. But as I was saying, Edward Snowden, he was a government official. I think he worked for the CIA or the FBI. But what happened was, that was before the American people knew that the government listened to their phone calls, read their text messages, and etc. That was before we knew that. We know that now, but it's because of Edward Snowden we know this information, right? So he's currently categorized as an American terrorist, right? He's in Russia right now, according to the news articles. I got no association with that person. Don't know the person. Just reiterating what I've learned in school, right? So yeah, he essentially said when he called like the reporters to his hotel room to like tell them this information that the government was watching us and listening to us, the reporters, he had to like, according to what those reporters have told the public, they were like, he threw away their phones, the TV was like, there was no TV in his room, there was no like computer in his room, because he was like, the media listens to us, to what we're saying, and we can see it now, because what do you mean I'm live streaming on TikTok and no new comments have come in? However, there's an AI summary about what we're talking about, because social media is always listening to us. It's like my mom says sometimes she'll just say one thing. So my mom will say one thing, like she wants to buy, like if she wants to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, or if she wants to go to Paris, right? And then when my mom goes on her phone and stuff, she'll see a whole bunch of ads and stuff about Paris airline tickets or Louis Vuitton bags and things like that, because the media, and not the media, but that's because our technology listens to us, guys, right? So live an ethical life and be honest and be ethical, right? But like, just know technology is listening to you. So even when you think you're safe in your home to talk about whatever you want to talk about, technology is listening to you. You got a TV, you got a laptop, you got an iPad, you got a phone. So yeah, definitely. I wrote a paper about him, so I know a lot more from writing the paper. It was a political science paper. Wrote a paper about the guy, and about the technology and about the law that was passed because of about the laws about the privacy rights that Americans have when it comes to like technology and all that. So yeah, it's interesting. Kind of is, kind of not. But definitely do your own independent research. You know what's so funny? I remember when my professor was like, you guys got to write a paper about this guy. And I had to do so much research about him. You know what I did after? Did my phone just die while I was on live stream on TikTok? Yes, it did. That's sad. I did not know it was dying. Oops. But I had to write a paper about him right while I was an undergrad, and I remember anytime I googled his name, after I would be like, for the FBI agent watching this, I'm only Googling his name because it's for a school paper. It was so funny, guys, because it's like when you do research into like these quote unquote controversial things, it's like you're like, there's that saying that there's an FBI agent always watching you, but when you do this research into things that like are somewhat controversial, are you flagged for a short period of time, or are you not flagged for a short period of time is the question that we want answered, right? So it was really funny, but it was a good paper, honestly. All my papers I've ever written were good papers, honestly. Yeah. I could be in a paper writing contest. I will win that thing. I am that confident. But yeah, I write some good papers. I really do. I'm a good paper writer, guys. Really am. So yeah, but how's everyone doing today? Does anybody have any other comments, questions, or concerns for me? Be more than happy to answer it for y'all. And if you guys like Uniquely Mia talking about education and you want to become a little bit more knowledgeable about certain things that you may be aware of already or you may not be aware of already, definitely go to my YouTube homepage, click playlist, and watch some of my education playlist videos. Alrighty. So, I don't see any more comments in the chat. So, shout out to King of the Weather. You were an amazing moderator. Thank you so much for donating your time and energy for being a moderator. Special shout out to Gigi Cat, also known as Cats and Pokemon, King of the Weather, Alexis, Sanzu. Who else was on today? Special shout out to Raphael for being here today, for Tony for being here today, Lass for being here today. Really appreciate the support. Special shout out to Johnson for being here today, X8H for being here today. Thank you so much for your support and engagement. Special shout out to Isaac, Elijah, Entertainment, Freda, everybody. I do hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. It's always a pleasure when you guys are able to be on stream. You're on a business call. 100% okay. You started a new business, you said, so you need to pay attention and get all the business calls you can, and etc. But hello, glad you could be here, Jerron. Glad you could be here. Hopefully the day is going well today. For all the returning supporters, special shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for donating your time and energy and for the gifts that you guys have donated. Special shout out to Cats for donating some gifts for today's live stream, and Eva for being here for donating gifts for today's live stream. Special shout out to you guys. Hearts to you guys, and hearts to all of Uniquely Mia supporters. Thank you so much for donating your time and energy. Remember, if you are a new viewer here, the algorithm knew that you want to be part of a community where you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. And I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Special Writing, Master's degrees in Public Administration and Criminal Justice. And feel free to like the video, subscribe, and immerse yourself into the content I have on my channel. So like I said, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll try and do another stream later on for you guys, spontaneous one, depending on what I do. But if I'm unable to do a stream later on for you guys, I will instead just record content for a YouTube short. Alrighty, guys. So have a great rest of your day and stay positive. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.